Something's got to be done.
About what?
Oh. Something's got to be done.
About what?
We need to affect change, positive change. Something needs to be done.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty heavy.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon.com. They sell everything at Amazon.com.
Do they sell babies?
No, they
Can
don't.
you buy a baby?
No, you cannot buy a
so
baby.
Not everything.
How
Okay.
about hamsters?
No, you
buy a
can't buy
box of
hamsters. You can't buy babies.
Interesting.
Okay. So, all right. Brought to you by God, jeez. If you're going to buy something on Amazon.com, go to 10minutepodcast.com, click the Amazon link, shop the way you normally would, and we'll get a kickback. You'll be supporting the best podcast on the planet, which is ours. Also brought to you by Gamefly, Gamefly.com. So go to 10minutepodcast.com, click the Gamefly link, and you'll get a 15-day free trial. That's some video games.
Free trial.
My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Bryan the Kid Callen.
And I'm Chris D'Elia.
Okay. Why did you do that with your voice?
What do you mean? I'm just trying to appeal to the ladies.
You sound like you're trying to do some
What do you
sort
think
of
about
You
it?
sound like you're hiding behind a bush and
What do you
smelling
think
your own
about
fingers.
appealing to ladies?
Well, I think it's important as men to appeal to ladies, and it's something I do. Something I do without even trying. When I'm on television, they call it the Sasso demographic.
You know,
If they want girls to watch the show, they bring me on because I'm very, very, very
You've
manly.
deserved-
I'm manly. I'm cute as shit.
Listen.
Smart as fuck.
You've earned
Sexy.
a well-deserved Hatecha Bro.
Did I get a hate you, bro?
You've been issued a Hatecha Bro.
Hashtag
Hate
hate
ya,
you, bro.
Hey, man, hate you.
Hate you. All right.
Hate
So
ya.
I wanted to get into something a little weird today, and this is some real life shit. This is, and I feel a little morally sort of twisted about this. Should we share this or not? But
That's good for the podcast.
Yeah, we talk about real stuff on the show, and look, we're in LA, and dating is crazy in LA. And a friend of mine, and it's not me, it's a friend of mine, you guys know him, and I'm not going to say his name, has been dating this girl, and she's a bit much. She's just a little bit crazy. A lot of these girls in LA are crazy, and I could also talk about how a lot of the guys are crazy. But these are two people in their 30s. Somewhere else in North America, they're probably, they're married, they have 3 kids and the 2.5 dogs and all that stuff. But here in LA, it's a little different, and people are kind of behind the times. And I think this town sort of attracts some whack jobs. Maybe the cheerleader from the one high school and the douchebag from the other, and they're all here in droves. My friend is dating this crazy girl. He's been texting me this fucking wacky shit that she says and some of the situations just as a way to share it and fucking get
Quotes
some feedback.
from her.
And yes, we've got some quotes here. So the long and the short of it is, I've printed this stuff out, guys. I'm going to read some of this stuff. And Bryan and Chris, I want your take.
Okay.
And to our listeners abroad, I really... if I can do anything with this podcast to affect positive change, maybe we can start here with some of the crazy shit that happens in
and this is not a joke, it's
in
real.
my city. This is crazy.
It's real.
This is all real.
Right,
I swear to goodness here. Okay, here's one of her quotes. These are all things my buddy texted me, and I asked him to email it all to me. I wish I was average looking. Nobody does shit for pretty girls. It's one of her quotes. Okay. I'm going to roll on to the next one. I've always had haters. I'm like the most hated girl in LA. Okay, it's pretty good. She has a vision board. One of those things where you like the
know
secret.
what it is.
Awesome.
She's got a picture of money on it. A girl doing yoga with the word health over it. Good. The words "I want to be the lead in a movie." I swear to God, I should tweet. We should tweet this from the 10-minute podcast Twitter thing. It's unbelievable. So they go to karaoke. Here's 4 examples from what happened at karaoke. Made a disclaimer on the mic. I swear to God.
Okay.
She said, "I'm a comedian, not a singer." Before she sang, she's taken 1 class at UCB, which is a theater school out here and a theater company, comedy theater, of course, which Upright Citizens Brigade. After a very mediocre karaoke performance, this was her quote: They just told me this sound system isn't set up for a voice as crisp as mine."
Oh my God!
She's a self-involved sociopath.
Exactly. And here's another quote. Tells me. Then
God.
This is my buddy hits me. My buddy says that she tells me guys pulled me aside and told me I had a great voice and they couldn't stop looking at me. And then this is the best one. Rihanna would laugh at me right now if she knew I was here. And then in parentheses it says she served her bottle service in Vegas and thinks they're best friends. Because she's from Vegas and she was a cocktail waitress.
Oh my!
So she is 2 things. One, she's a sociopath. Well, actually, she's actually somebody, I think, and you see this, and this is a classic example you have to be careful of, where they relate everything to themselves for real.
Yeah.
So they're true narcissists. Sure. So that they don't have an outside context. They can't actually empathize with other situations. Everything relates directly to them. Their only experience, and they can only go so far as what they can feel, and they actually start to believe that they are really the center of the world. That's the definition of a narcissist.
Do you think that comes from upbringing, or do you think that comes from just a fucked up mind?
I don't know.
Because I know beautiful girls that aren't like that.
Yeah, me too.
That are just cool.
No, I think that's a pathology.
You know why I know beautiful girls that aren't like that? Because I know a lot of beautiful girls.
All right, man.
It's just a math thing.
That's fine,
It's
man.
a math thing.
Right.
No,
that's actually a
don't
rare...
say thang after it's a math. Don't do that.
That is a rare... that's a rare condition, but it is a pathology.
Let me buzz through some of these more because these are unbelievable. I always duck out of pictures. You're probably the only one who has a picture of me.
Oh, I'm sure that's true.
He says, even though she literally just took one at the karaoke place with a small Asian man because he was small and it was in quotes funny, and she clearly loves jumping in every picture. Every time, this is another thing from my pal. Every time we made out, she looked around and expressed concern that the paparazzi might catch her.
No!
Because she was on 2 episodes of a reality show once, and also they were at Denny's at 2:30 in the morning. She said every girl at Denny's was a hooker, then said she got offered $10,000 for an hour once, but didn't do it because she figured the guy would want to have actual sex. And then he writes, thereby making herself look like a whore and a moron all at once while thinking she was making herself look good. So you're allowed to go and hang with someone for 10 grand?
Yeah.
Prostitute. At the end of the night, she springs that she's actually had a boyfriend as of a week ago. Whatever. As we're making out in my car, she tells me we can't have sex because, quotes, trust is my most important thing, and if you and I ever date, I want you to know that you can trust me. Then while she's cheating on her boyfriend with me, and just had called me at 5:45 to come over in the morning. There's a whole other story here. Claims to live for her daughter, whom she only sees once every 2 weeks because the girl lives back in Vegas with her parents.
Oh, what a surprise!
And then
she's here chasing her dream. Is she?
To sum it up, any subject other than herself and her brain literally turns off and she collapses to the floor. But man, is she hot. So this is a fucking problem. This is a problem.
Well, that's a hard case. I think that LA has varying degrees of that. That's an extreme case.
Yeah, and that's why I want to share.
That's one of the most extreme cases
it's
I've
the
ever
most
heard.
extreme I've ever
The bummer
heard.
to me is that someone like that is allowed to breed.
Yeah.
And I really think in some ways you should have. That's a classic example of why you should probably have a license before you're allowed to just bring a child into the world because, oh, what a surprise. You only have once every 2 weeks for your child. Any woman who's that way, any woman who treats her child that way, is a bona fide sociopath.
Yeah, there are a ton of these. There are a ton of these sort of gals in LA, and guys, and it's just it's gotten to the point where it's just so disheartening. Just for me, I'm a single guy. I met a girl, we exchanged numbers, and it was like first time I talked to her, she sent me a text. What are you doing? I go, not much. What are you doing? She goes, just starting my movie that I'm writing.
Well,
see ya.
About me.
Hatecha.
And it's just
about
like
me, yeah. Well,
it's just like,
here's my theory on LA and why.
And of course, I could say a million things about that, but it's
but I think that this is the difference. If you live anywhere else, people are there just living their lives.
You should have sent back, I'm a movie star, period.
I just didn't write anything. I just never contacted her again.
But I mean, I think that the difference between LA and anywhere else is that when you go, like say to Dallas, people are there and they just live in their lives. They didn't come from somewhere to chase a dream.
That's what's up.
And when you come to LA as a girl to fight traffic and live in wherever it is, you are here for one reason, that your priority is to be in Us magazine or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas, so you're actually competing. You're automatically in second place. Automatically. Yeah. You're not a priority. So it's impossible to have a relationship with somebody who's wired to be the center of their own universe. That's what they're doing in this town.
But I'm actually like thoroughly impressed that she knows Rihanna. And who is that girl? Because I'd like to meet her.
Chris.
What?
No.
Chris,
no, I'm not saying it's working on me. I'm just saying.
This guy is. I'll reveal to you after we get off the air. He's a friend of yours too, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah,
okay.
We'll hook it up. Thanks for listening to the
Can't
10
wait
minute...
to meet somebody who knows Rihanna.
Me neither.
Thanks for listening to the 10-Minute Podcast. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, please subscribe and download on iTunes. We're also on Stitcher Smart Radio. 10-Minute Pod is our Twitter feed, 10-Minute Podcast on Twitter.
Is the guy Sam Jackson? Because he's my friend. Sam Jackson's my friend.
Share us. If you dug the show, share the shit out of it on Facebook and Twitter with all your friends.
Yep.
Yeah. I keep getting recognized as Christian Bale.
No, that doesn't
Isn't that
happen
funny?
at all.
Like,
No.
Batman. Six times today.
No.
Six fucking times.
Nobody gives a fuck what you wore as a Halloween costume last year.
No, that's not what happened. It's just fun.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon. Hey, you can buy anything on Amazon.
Even a weekend with Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Huh? Can I get a weekend with Christian Bale?
Yes, you can get a weekend with Christian Bale.
Skiing in Gstaad?
I don't think you can do
Can I
that.
get a skiing weekend in Gstaad?
If you want a
Christian
skiing
Bale?
weekend in Gstaad, here's what you do, folks. Go to 10minutepodcast.com, hit the Amazon banner on our website, and shop as you normally would at Amazon.com.
Yeah.
You can bookmark that, and we'll get a little kickback.
Click through.
Yeah, it's called a click-through, and we'll get a little
Cool.
kickback. We'll keep your favorite podcast going.
Great lingo.
Yeah. Also brought to you by GameZone.
Gamefly!
Gamefly.
Not Game Zone.
You're
Hey,
a great. You're an amazing.
Will's talking about Game Zone, which is like a fucking arcade place that
Wow.
he used to play in.
Gamefly,
Hey,
whatever.
Game
All right, so it's
Zone.
brought to you by Gamefly,
Yeah,
too.
by the same people that
15
brought you Game Zone.
15-day free trial. It's also at 10minutepodcast.com. My name
15 days or 15 days?
Fuck off.
Man, you're
Theme day?
Theme day. Wait, okay. Before we say our names and go on with the show.
Before
let
or
me-
before?
Let me try it again. Here, let's see if I can fuck it up more. Hey, welcome to 10 Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon's. Amazon's Game Zones. Here's what you do.
Game Zone!
You gozy, and 10 Minutes pod boats. And
Good.
your
There you
boats,
go.
and your
Wait.
boats and keys and cars. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Bryan the Kid Callen.
And I'm Chris D'Elia.
All right, man.
Yeah.
God,
So
we got through that, huh?
you got a hard on for Christian Bale?
That's a handsome motherfucker, man.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah, he is a good-looking guy, but it's also more his talent and his swag.
Yeah, he's a friend.
You know? No,
And
okay,
we,
but that's not what I'm saying.
If I'm not allowed to say Game Zone, you're not allowed to say swag.
No, it's a thing, and you just got to fucking embrace the change, dude. You can't just not embrace change.
We're on a soccer league.
You gotta say it.
together.
It's a new word.
Christian and I are.
Oh, no, you're not.
yeah,
you're
we
not.
are. And I
No,
play
you're not.
soccer. You know I played in Europe.
No, you didn't play in Europe.
No, you didn't. Hey, guess what? No, you didn't.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you know everything about my life.
When did you really? What league did you play in Europe?
What do you mean, what league? In a professional league?
Premier.
I know. What was it called?
What was it called?
In the Premier League.
Yeah.
I just said Premier.
Okay, so Will said that. So Will definitely don't
Le
give him
Vêtement du Soleil.
answers.
It's called le Vêtement du Soleil.
That,
So it
you
was
just
in
said,
France?
You just said Soleil Moon Fry in French.
No, I said
I
close.
speak French. I'm from Canada. You're a fucking moron.
Nope. I
Now
said Le
tell us.
Vêtement du Soleil.
Now tell us why you have such a big, hard, veiny cock for Christian Bale.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're
Why do you want to
gonna
lick his legs and face?
I think he's an amazing dude.
Why do you want to
I'm
lick?
straight. So
I'm not saying you're not straight. I'm just saying you want to lay Christian Bale down. You want to support his neck, and you want to lick
Yeah.
across his chest.
What's gay about
no,
that?
I don't.
What's gay about
What
that? Can you answer
the fuck
me?
are you guys, what are you?
You know what the best acting is for real?
What?
I tweeted this a little bit a while ago. This is the best acting I've ever heard in my life.
Uh-oh.
Never use any of my airplanes again. Okay. Okay. They say.
The way that guy said "okay" is the best acting I've ever heard in my
Is
life.
that you?
Who is that?
No, he just says "okay." Okay, you can see it on Twitter. I fucking posted it.
Who's
I don't know
that
who the actor is, but I saw it on TV.
Okay. Okay.
That's so good the way he did it, and I literally was like, "Oh, that's the best acting I ever heard." Because the way he does, okay. It was like it was an
pretty
outtake.
good.
Who's your favorite actor of all
Whoever
time?
that guy is, and then also, I like specific people. Like I love Greg Kinnear.
Well, but dude, I mean, it's so annoying. I knew you were going to say Greg Kinnear. Listen, Zero, Dum guy who's never seen any films in his
I
life.
have.
Greg Kinnear is awesome.
I'm talking
He
about
is
great.
great.
I know I love Greg Kinnear, but I'm talking about great actors. Greg Kinnear is a good actor. He's not a great actor.
Yeah, he is.
No,
Yes, he is.
No, Christian Bale,
He's a great actor as well.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro when he was younger. Al Pacino when he was younger.
Day-Lewis
These are
is like
great
this,
actors.
it's great.
Yeah.
When Daniel Day-Lewis is acting like this, that's great.
Hey,
When he
hey,
doesn't like
hey,
that.
dude.
Mark Lynn Baker.
Who's that?
Okay,
He's
well,
the other guy on Perfect Strangers.
yeah, no, he's good, but I mean, I don't.
Dave Coulier.
But when Daniel Day-Lewis is acting like this,
I'm an innocent man, and so's my dog. There you go.
A pissed on it. A pissed on it.
Yeah. So
That's
okay.
from,
what's the
In the
part?
Name of
What's the
Father.
part where in Gangs in New York where he's like, and you killed the rat or whatever the fuck he said.
A rabbit.
You killed a rabbit.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that well, just like him.
Chris, okay.
I'm a good actor.
Get whoever killed this defenseless bony rabbit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, so there's an actor who's your favorite, like a Greg Kinnear, but who do you have a hard on for? Brian has a hard on for
on,
Christian
Okay,
Bale.
who do I have a hard on for?
Yeah.
Who do I honestly think that is really a really great actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but you guys are going to make fun of me, but I really think he's a really great actor.
Yeah.
But I think he is just doing bullshit lately, but I think he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But he's proved himself. Nicolas Cage, I think, is a...
Yeah,
Oh, I love Nicolas Cage.
Nick Cage
I
is
love
great.
Nicolas
Okay,
Cage.
okay.
And
I thought you guys
he's
were
not
making fun of
doing
me.
bullshit.
No.
No. I
Nick
love
Cage
Well,
Nicolas
I mean, what was that one?
How about in
Drive Angry.
How about Wild at Heart?
Yeah, no, he's
He
great.
used to do weird shit like when he's about to fight and he goes like this. He goes,
Yeah, he's great.
or how about when he goes, "This here's a snakeskin jacket, represents my individuality and my belief,
But my favorite-
personal freedom."
My favorite acting that Nicolas Cage does is whenever he goes like this. That's the best. Like all of a sudden he has an orgasm.
Anytime his eyes open really wide and he goes, "Well, the 7 pools are here.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you say so?" That's pretty good.
It's like he's coming.
Yeah.
No, Nicolas Cage is my favorite, and he's been my favorite for a long, long, long time.
I like a lot of dudes. I
That's-
know
well-
that this guy. You know who I fucking just will watch sit around. You know who I would watch take a shit
Who?
and read the phone book?
Who?
Michael Madsen.
He's great.
Michael Madsen.
Yeah, he's
Michael
great.
Madsen's fucking cool.
I would watch a movie called Michael Madsen Takes a Shit and Reads a Book.
He's great.
Well, Michael
where
Madsen
it's just
in
97
Kill Bill,
minutes.
In Kill Bill,
Yeah.
you really believe he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Or when he's Mr. Pink, or is that what he
Yeah,
was?
yeah,
And
yeah.
you're just like, well, this guy's
No, he was
fucking
Mr. White.
scary.
But guys who I like, I mean,
when he
Pink,
goes like this,
whatever.
he goes like this. He's about to fight, and he goes in Reservoir Dogs, and he goes, my heart's beating real fast. I just thought I was gonna fight you. Like he's just real calm.
I bet you're a big Lee Marvin fan. Remember when he says that?
Yeah.
I bet you. Have you been listening to K. Billy hits of the '70s? It's unbelievable. They got everything. He's got kind of a.
that's
raspy
good. Yeah,
thing.
that's good.
Yeah.
I like
hey,
De Niro. I like.
I got her. That when he in Kill Bill when he's got wolf to the eagle or whatever. He's like, yeah, I got. She's not going nowhere. There's a lot of. You know what I like about him is
It's
there's
like
a
Nick
lot.
Nolte.
There's a lot of breath coming.
It's like
down
Nick
afterwards.
Nolte, yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick
I-
Nolte
He's
is
the
down
best.
here.
Well, Nick is. I did a reading with him.
Oh.
The guy. You know, I did a movie with him.
But I
too.
would let me say my favorite actor right now. I think the best actor right now for my money, Christian Bale could be, but Jeff Bridges.
You like Jeff Bridges?
He's had the best career.
Yeah, he's
he's
fucking
just
awesome.
had the best career, and he's so different in different shit. I mean,
Big-
I think
Big
that he was in Big
Lebowski
Lebowski and True Grit.
Yeah, True Grit.
And then
in, what's
Iron
that?
Man, he was even in.
Yeah, what was the movie though he did? He played
He played Christian Bale in
no.
Batman 2.
But who was the guy?
He did. That was him playing Christian Bale in Batman 2.
That's how good he is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You sure?
Yeah. No. Look at the credits.
Okay, I did. I didn't see that. So how
Because
do you?
nobody knows.
Okay,
It's him. I promise you. I
Okay,
know
but
for
you
a
won't
fact.
let me. You won't let me like cross.
I-
I know, but let me. Yeah, but let me just. Yeah, but if I could just.
No.
Yeah.
Which male actors, if you had to bed down with one, and you don't have to have sex with them, but you
Yeah.
had to like
Cuddle?
cuddle and kiss all
Bryan
night?
Callen.
Okay,
Bryan
don't
Callen?
I
say
would
that
pick
because it'll
Bryan
piss
Callen.
me off. It'll piss me off.
I would probably pick Christian Bale.
No, he's too manly. If I had to do,
Whoa.
No, he's not.
I mean, he's not like,
if I had to bed down with a guy,
Just cuddle.
yeah.
Matt McConaughey, he's got very smooth skin. I
Okay,
can't go
but-
hairy.
He's manly too.
Not really.
I would Willie Ames.
You're picking weird ones.
Willie Ames.
Yeah. Or I would make Willie Ames bed down with Michael Madsen. Here's Michael Madsen sleeping.
Oh, Ryan Phillippe. I hope he's listening. He's my friend. He's got a great mouth.
He's got
Oh,
a great
God.
mouth.
Ryan Phillippe, and he's my buddy, and I love the guy, but he's got a beautiful mouth. And he's a little smaller than I am. He's got a beautiful body. I'm actually attracted to Ryan, and I'm a straight man. And I hope you're listening to this, Ryan, because if I do see you, I might just slap you to your knees and have my way with you.
Thanks for listening to the 10-Minute Podcast. Thank you for subscribing on iTunes. We do hope you're enjoying downloading and subscribing on iTunes. We're on Stitcher Smart Radio. Check us out on Twitter at 10minpod.
Hope you learned something from this.
Yeah, and if you like the show, share the fucking shit out of us on the internet with all of your friends.
Oh, great, Will. Thanks. That's what people do. Hey, listen to the...
Yeah.
Let me send you a link.
What do you mean?
No.
That's how the internet works.
Yeah, Brian.
Is this on the internet?
You're 50.
This is on the internet. Did you watch the Olympics?
No.
Why not? It's the majesty of sport.
No, I know. Just a lot of guys twirling around on stuff and jumping and throwing balls. Catching them. Yeah, no. Why would I watch that?
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
But there's all sorts of sports. There's like who can run the fastest.
Yeah, for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And they jump over a hurdle, and you're like, okay.
And then the girls are doing things.
Yep,
like
they're jumping around. They're twirling around. They twirl around. It's always twirling around. You're either twirling around on a beam or twirling around with hoops or twirling around just in the air on a mat.
On a mat?
Yep.
But that's something that not everyone can do is flip around.
That's true. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
true.
what are you missing about the Olympics? Why didn't you watch?
What does that... Who gives a fuck? I'm the best twirler.
Okay, you heard it here first. Chris D'Elia, gold medal twirler.
Who cares? It's like people who are real good at fucking breakdancing. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll see you later. What the fuck are you good at? You good at dancing around. You good at dancing around.
Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon. Visit 10minutepodcast.com, hit the Amazon banner. You can go shopping, and we'll get a fucking kickback, and you get your stuff you want. Also brought to you by Gamefly. All that shit is at 10minutepodcast.com. Please support the show. We love you. My name is Will Sasso.
And I'm Chris D'Elia.
And you are not hearing all sorts of fucking beeps and squeaks and all sorts of fucking moans and growls from Bryan Callen because he's not here.
Beeps. I like beeps.
Yeah, beeps and buzzes and tweaks. We're pissed.
The reason why you're not hearing...
Hey, shit.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. Shit. I call them catch dogs.
Hate them.
We're actually really pissed, Chris and I.
In actuality, actually mad.
Here's what's up. Here we want to let you in on what's going on here at the 10-Minute Podcast and how we work it. It's a podcast, and basically we will record a few of these at one time because myself, Brian, and Chris are busy with all sorts of things, and we're the best of pals, and we love getting together to do this. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
And also, we love bringing it to you. We love that we have an audience that responds to it, and we want to keep bringing it to you. But we can't when shithead McFuck fucks it up.
He's Irish, McFuck.
Fucks it up for everybody.
Yeah, he does.
Brian and Chris and I are going to be taking off in a couple days. We both have a couple of things to do, business-wise. Career-wise. And Brian's flying into town today. This is the perfect day. Our show airs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Brian hits me up with a text.
We had it in the books for about 2 weeks.
This is the perfect time. And Brian hits me up last minute, and he goes, oh, here's the problem. I'm finishing stand-up. I'm flying in from Denver. I told Joe Rogan, I'm going to go over and do the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. And blah, 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 blah. And so I was like, okay, cool, but we got to do our thing today at whatever the time we did. And he goes, yeah, but I told Joe. And I was like, yeah, but you have a podcast. It's called 10-Minute Podcast. Yeah, but Joe, and it's Joe. And they're old friends, and that's cool. And the Joe Rogan podcast is great, and I want him to do it, obviously.
Yeah, it's the greatest.
It's awesome. But hey, motherfucker, get over here.
Yeah. And he was saying, I'll be there by 7, which he won't be. That means 9:30 by
right.
Brian. Whenever we tell Brian, hey, he'll be there by 7, we show up at 7:30 because we know Brian's not going to be there till 7:30.
And he takes
and we're still there first.
Yeah, we're still there. And he always shows up wearing like a fucking coat and an ascot or something weird, like a sweater. He's coming from some sort of weird dinner.
Weird ass dinner.
Yeah, and he fucking looks, and he's wearing John Fluvog shoes or something with tips.
Yep.
And he looks like an Iranian. He looks like someone who would drift a 4-door sedan in Bahrain.
Yeah, he looks like somebody that fucking has $8 million. And that's it
on him,
not more than that. But like he looks like someone who's the fucking least wealthiest out of the wealthy friends. That's how he dresses. He dresses like he has $8 million.
So So Brian,
And all his other friends have like 100 million, you know?
and he's totally able to perpetrate with $8 million.
Yeah.
But he's got to cut some corners and get to places late.
Right.
And he never picks up the check. So Chris and I decided we're going to talk shit about Brian today in an episode we're calling #Hatecha Bryan.
Yep.
And
you tweeted about it, right? From the 10-minute podcast?
From the 10-minute podcast Twitter earlier today, I tweeted this. I said, Brian is missing today's record for a different podcast. #Hatecha Bryan to give Chris and Will your thoughts they'll discuss on air. And we'd like to share some of these that we got from some of our loyal listeners and friends. I'll jump in. Here's one from our good pal Marshall Cook, writer, director, actor.
Funny
Marshall
guy.
Cook. You can follow him at Cook Marshall. And he wrote and directed and starred in a movie called Division III Football's Finest that Brian and I are both in. So he knows Brian very well and his foibles.
Yeah.
And he says...
hey, don't say foibles.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Yeah.
Can I say idiosyncrasies?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, foibles.
He says, at 10MinPod, don't you guys have an intern that can make distracting noises and kill bits and philosophize about the human condition? #Hatecha Bryan.
Yeah, that's so what Brian does. That's all he does all day is fucking kill bits.
Yeah.
And philosophize about the human condition.
And we don't have someone that can do that. It's a 3-man operation. Again, I have to stress, making a podcast is not that hard once you figure out the technical stuff. And that's what's awesome about the age we're living in. We can bring you this cool podcast and you can listen, but motherfuckers need to show up.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard. Can I read here's one I'd like to read from a grammatically challenged listener named @KennyKen.
Oh, I heard this guy.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, what does Joe Rogan's balls smell like?
Hey, well, that's wrong because you're supposed to say, what do Joe Rogan's balls smell like? And what does a something smell like?
Yeah.
Has to be. Oopsie.
Yeah.
Oopsie. We got to do an oopsie.
What does Joe Rogan's asshole smell like?
Yes.
That's what you would say.
Or how about Kenny or whatever the fuck his name is?
He also writes, he was all over this, #Hatecha Bryan. Hey, Brian, what do you enjoy the smell of more, roses in the spring or Joe Rogan's asshole?
Oh, wow, okay. At least he did hit the asshole.
Yeah, he's all over that.
My least favorite thing Brian does is when he fucking promotes dates like tomorrow.
Yeah.
We record them like 8. We'll do like 8 in one day, and he'll be like, guys, come visit me at fucking in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, I'll be at
on
Cobb's.
Tuesday.
Yeah, April 12th. I'll be at the fucking.
And
the
we don't even air
Stool.
till April fucking 30th.
Yeah.
By the way, let me take this moment to say, since he did fuck this up, we do have to put this episode on immediately.
Yeah,
so I can promote this date.
Do it.
I will be in San Francisco this weekend, the 16th through the 19th at Cobb's Comedy Club. Come see me do stand-up, and if you talk to me after the show, mention the 10-minute podcast.
Hey, there you go.
And I'll fucking sign your dick.
Don't do that.
No, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna sign your dick.
We're gonna get a bunch of episodes recorded before I take off, also, and I'll be in Canmore and Calgary and Banff, Alberta, shooting a film that it will double as Colorado. I won't tell you too much about the film right now.
Do they have computers up there, though? Are they able to listen to the podcast? Because that sounds like a heavily wooded area where they get their heat from flames.
There's going to be a lot of woods, and the show will go on as usual, but know that while you're listening to the show, I will be up in the woods doing yoga and hiking by myself.
Oh, man, that sounds almost like an Olympic event.
Doing yoga and hiking by myself.
You doing twirling?
I'm going to win a fucking silver at least.
You're going to do twirling?
Silver is the Canadian gold, and I can say that being born in Canada. It's another shitty thing that Brian does is when he fucks plans. Like the time that we were out for dinner, and you said you were going over to the comedy store.
Yeah. You guys, we were all dinner. It was like 5 or 6 of us.
Yep.
Chad Kulchin and
Josh Lawson.
It
was a summit of assholes.
Yep. And we were going to. The plan was, hey, Josh Lawson was like, I haven't ever seen Chris D'Elia do stand up. Let's go see him fucking do stand up. They were going to come to the comedy store. I left a little early to go get there first and get all my headspace, and they were going to meet us there. Brian decides to say, while I'm on my way to the comedy store, to everybody else, Chris just said he's going to be performing at the Improv. Let's go to the Improv instead. Just because he wanted to go to the Improv.
Right. And we had no reason to think that he was lying. You know why? Because that's crazy.
That's a weird-ass lie.
That's like, God bless, that's what like a crazy chick would do.
Yeah.
Like, no, you know what? He said he's going to the Melrose Improv.
And so they went to the Melrose Improv.
We all went there.
I go on stage. I come off stage, and I'm like, where the fuck is everybody?
And I had texted Chris going, why aren't you here? And then we realized what had happened, and we were very angry.
And I spent the night crying I cried
No, you
till
didn't
no,
cry.
I cried till 4:30 a.m. and I was like, I'm gonna get that motherfucker back one day.
I realized
And-
we didn't read a lot of these.
It's okay, it doesn't matter.
They're all a lot of like, hey, fuck
just
Bryan.
go look at Hatecha Bryan on the thing and keep tweeting about it. Also, come see me in San Francisco this weekend and fuck Bryan Callen.
Hey, and come visit me if you see me.
Cobb's Comedy Club, San Francisco. Will, your bullshit place doesn't matter. No one's going to show up in Narnia or wherever you're going to be.
I'll be in Narnia, Alberta, shooting a film, and if you see me, I'll do my Arnold impersonation for
Go
you.
to my website, crystalia.com.
Go to hamfatter.com.
Don't
Fuck
do
you.
that at all.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to 10 Minute Podcast. Thanks for listening, downloading, and subscribing on iTunes. You got to subscribe and also rate and review that motherfucker. We'll jump up in those ranks. We're on Stitcher, Smart Radio, 10 Min Pod on Twitter.
7.
Excuse me?
Would you ask me what my rank was? In the
Yeah,
Army?
what's your rank?
7 or 8.
7
Your
or 8.
rank in the Army was 7 or 8.
What does that mean?
It's like it goes up to 8.
So you did pretty good.
Yeah, I got to like the black
Okay, well,
belt or whatever.
it's actually no. There are no black belts or 7 or 8.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10 Minute Podcast.
I'm pretty sure it's like private in general. And
Well,
lieutenant.
those for like the layman guys who come about through the program. But me, I just auditioned for it.
You audition. You don't
You
audition for the
audition
Army.
for the Army?
I was a walk-on. They were like, oh.
No,
We
that's,
know
that's,
walk-on.
that's what you do in the NFL and the NBA and
Yeah,
shit.
it's not sports,
You're
dude.
confused. Welcome to the 10 Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon.com. Visit 10minutepodcast.com. Hit the Amazon banner. Shop the way you normally do. You'll be supporting the show. We'll get a kickback. Also brought to you by Gamefly.
Do the same thing with GameFly.
Yeah, whatever. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Bryan the Kid Callen.
I'm Chris D'Elia.
And Bryan,
Yeah, Bryan, right. Yeah.
What the fuck
So
do
you
you
guys
have to
thought it
say
was
for yourself?
funny. You guys
Yeah.
thought it was funny when I wasn't here to defend myself to throw me out of the proverbial window.
Yes, we
All
did.
right? Yeah.
And
Let
it
me
was
explain. Let
funny.
me explain something.
yeah, why
to
don't you
you
explain? First of all,
Yeah.
why don't you explain what happened? And,
You
and
guys-
sort of
you
this
guys-
show is in response to Tuesday's show called Hatecha Bryan.
Yeah, that's
And,
right.
why don't
Which
you
is a
explain-
hashtag that is still trending, and it's actually in the top 10 in Libya.
Good.
Yeah.
And you guys thought it was funny to assassinate my character. Let me tell you where I'm from, where I come from, and how I deal with stuff. all right? Because you guys are lucky you're not eating curb right now. All right.
Okay, why?
You're lucky you don't got a mouthful of curb. You know what asfalt in your mouth feels like? Do you?
No,
have
I
one of you
don't.
guys?
No,
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what it feels
No,
like.
Okay.
not a fucking
well,
chance.
No.
Well,
And that'll never happen,
Don't say
right?
shh. Don't say shh.
What I
to
can
me.
do, if I wanted to, I could slap you with an open hand because I wouldn't even ball my fist up.
You know,
I
you're
slap
trying to be-
you down.
you're trying to be all
and
manly
I fucking
right
make
now.
you. I make you eat the curb.
You're
all right?
skirting the issue like you skirted your responsibilities to this show and our listeners.
You skirt a lot. You know what? You should wear a skirt.
You should wear a
wear
fucking
a
skirt.
This way you feel the breeze
Don't-
right up on your
So,
cunt.
Brian, look.
I don't have a cunt.
Right up on your cunt.
Don't
You feel
drag
the
out
breeze
cunt.
just blowing, man.
Brian,
Stand over that
look,
radiator like
I don't have a
Marilyn
cunt.
Monroe.
You want to show me? I'll show you my cunt. Here. You see this?
Oh, God.
That's his dick.
Brian. Oh, God. Brian.
Does that look like a cunt?
No,
Does that
all
look
right.
like a cunt?
Look, I get it. Okay,
Does that look
I
like
get
a
it.
cunt?
Please.
Admit that's not a cunt.
All right, it's a penis.
What? Don't say penis. Admit that's not a cunt. That's a big
Okay,
dick.
God, that's so gross.
Look at it.
Brian, literally
Look
has-
at it.
Can
You're-
you stop?
Brian,
No,
Brian.
no. Does that look like a cunt?
Put
You
it
ever see
back, man. It's a
Yeah.
small room.
Go to the internet and see if you can see it and look up cunt. See if there's a cunt that looks like that. Huh?
They can't.
Look, Brian.
This is
Yeah.
audio. You
Look,
can't.
Brian.
Yeah, well,
Brian just
Okay,
pulled
look.
out his dick and his
And let me
balls.
just tell you
Yeah.
something right now. For real.
What?
Honestly, this is how small his dick is. It looks like he has 3 balls.
Hey. Oh, really? Oh, really?
Okay.
Here.
Put it away.
Hey, holding my iPhone
No, he's
against
putting
it.
his cell phone
It's
between-
longer than my iPhone sock, you fucking assholes.
He's stretching his
Lengthwise.
dick across his
No,
iPhone.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
He's stretching.
It dwarfs my iPhone. It dwarfs my
Brian,
iPhone.
Stop.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
time out. I have to explain what just happened. Brian
dwarfing my
first pulled
iPhone.
his dick out, and then Chris made that comment, and then Brian pulled his iPhone out and stretched his dick across it. And
Yeah, because-
truth be told, his head did extend over the end of the iPhone.
Yeah.
So congrats.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
he
You're welcome.
stretched it.
And I'll tell you, I have my lines and I have my limits.
Look, here's the
So-
bottom line, Brian. The other day we were supposed to record the podcast. You're flying in from Denver. You'd been doing stand-up out there. Chris and I've been here for a few days. I've been off shooting something. I'm about to leave again. Chris is about to leave again. We had a time specified, and you didn't fucking show up so that you could go guest on your good pal Joe Rogan's show.
Yeah, because a lot of people like Joe Rogan, who's
and
one of the few celebrities who want. They want my time.
Yeah,
All right.
that's besides the fucking point and
Yeah,
a lie.
makes no
But
difference.
It's one of the top podcasts. I understand you're old pals with them. Of course, you should do the Joe Rogan podcast. But do you understand the fucking concept of responsibility and other people in the world?
Do you understand that my fists feel very fucking light but heavy at the same time? And they're about to pop off your fucking
Why are you getting so fucking aggressive?
silly face. Bang, bang, bang. Whack, bang, 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 bang. That's what you're going to hear before you go, and you get a mouthful of fucking
How long
asphalt.
did that take before you got sound effects? How long were we?
Hey.
We are 4 minutes and about 4:30 into the show.
Well,
That might be a
I don't
record.
appreciate
And he
being-
already took his dick out.
I don't
so.
appreciate being attacked when I'm not there to defend myself.
I just want you to do this.
What?
Look, here's the thing. We have
Yeah.
a lot of loyal listeners whom we love, and thanks for listening, everybody. And this is their show.
Yeah.
The show is for them. We want it to be for them. And I want you to speak to them right now and try to justify your fucking actions, because I don't think you can.
And I want you to
without-
apologize, too. Apologize
Yeah.
to them. Be a sincere apology.
And don't make
it's
sound
funny.
effects, and don't pull your dick out.
Well, okay, I've given a lot to my country, and I'm not going to go into details. But I've given a lot to my country, so I
can't do
don't
it.
think I have too much to apologize for. First of all, second of all, I do this podcast with my eyes closed, and I'm fucking hilarious every single
don't
time.
swallow your UK when you say fuck.
Which is why America.
No, don't not
when I go
apostrophe
on the road,
America.
why America comes to my shows and they flip the fuck out because I'm life changing with my act. Now, I don't think I have a whole lot to apologize to.
You said apologize.
I
apologize.
carry the show on my shoulders.
You're getting so lazy
You're
with
getting
your
lazy.
speech.
It's really annoying.
I carry the show on my shoulders.
Now it just sounds fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah. Well, I apologize for keeping you guys maybe in the lurch a little bit. Maybe
There
you
you
guys
go.
had to wait a little, and I
There you go.
apologize for
and
that.
do you realize the response we got on Twitter when we asked our followers? We tweeted from @10minpod and asked,
Hatecha Bryan.
We said #Hatecha Bryan. Let us know how you feel. The tweets came in droves.
People
They're
said,
still
yeah.
coming in.
Well,
new Twitter accounts have sprung up.
It's-
a bit
it's-
killer,
Bit Killer Jones.
a bit killer
There's
Jones
a limit.
account
Listen.
just sprung up.
Listen. There's very little I can do if you guys are going to open up all kinds of fake Twitter accounts and tweet.
No,
it's not us.
no,
our
no, no.
fans,
That's
literally
very little
our
I can
fans. Fans open
We
up all
love our
sorts
fans.
Of, yeah, they
My-
open
They
up all
opened
sorts
up a
of-
Bit
my
Killer
fans,
Jones.
shh.
Oh, okay. Hey,
My
man.
fans are, I'm going to use a word, my fans are rabid, and they're rabid.
Yeah.
And I would be very careful if I were you guys. I would be very careful if you're going to start these campaigns like Hatecha, because my fans get violent.
fans get what?
My fans
Violent?
get violent.
Violent?
Volin?
They get violent.
VOU? What is that?
So
Brian, if you level even just one more vaguely physical threat in my direction or look at me sideways, I'm gonna take you out low right now. I'm gonna put my foot in your dick and balls, and I'm gonna push your legs until I hear cracking.
no.
And then
because-
I'm gonna fall on you.
No.
And I'm gonna
Yeah, but you
I'm gonna
can't-
twist your head until
No.
you're just not breathing anymore.
No.
That's
Yes,
interesting.
we're in a very tight space, so in a tight space, you would probably have that advantage.
Yeah.
But if I had room to fucking dance
you wouldn't.
and pick you up, just peck at you
You've
from
seen.
the outside.
I've jumped
Peck
around
at
you. I've jumped around you. You know my history and
I
my
saw
time.
it outside the Laugh Factory.
That's right.
He
I did.
jumped
because
around
he had
you,
me
bro.
cornered,
Yeah.
and he's
I made you look like your feet were stuck in tar.
okay. Listen, you are a bald silverback. There's no question about that. All right.
Right.
You
So what do you
bald
do then?
Silverback /
You know what
Samoan.
happened? I think you taught me. I think you told me this because you're just so fascinated with wild animals and stuff. But do you know this? What a chimpanzee goes for when it feels threatened? What does it go for?
It goes for the face. It
And
goes
what
for
else?
the hands and the genitals.
Well, because those areas are implements of rape. Those are what another animal might use to rape that chimp. So I go into that mode when you come at me. I will tear your face off. I will pull down on your genitals, and I will bite and chew your hands off.
No, I don't want to deny.
I will chew through all 4 layers of muscle in your foot.
Hey, man!
Yeah.
I was just talking about fucking getting into a little fist.
I just
fisticuffs.
want you to explain what happened the other day, and we're almost at a show, and all you've done so
I haven't
far
said
is
a word, I don't think.
Chris hasn't said a fucking
Well,
thing.
Chris, fucking tell him to calm down. He's talking about biting my fucking
No, it's
tugging
okay. I
my
haven't
genitals
said
and
a
biting
word.
my feet,
no.
eating my hands.
I
I'm
know.
just talking about fisticuffs, like pop, pop, pop on his face.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't
And
do
now-
that. Don't
yeah,
do
but
pop,
I'm just
pop,
talking about
pop,
pop, pop, pop on his face
I
and
know what
working
you're
his
talking
his
about.
floating rib, bang, 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 and his left floating rib, and then he's like pissing blood, and now the guy's talking about on my hands.
No.
So
So
fucking, and pulling down
Did you
my
have
genitals.
fun? Did you have fun on the Joe Rogan? Did you have fun on the Joe Rogan podcast? You know, Chris and I do all sorts of shit too. We don't fucking ruin each other's lives.
Yeah, like
doing
for
it.
instance, I'm on a series every single week.
Well, that's not.
Also, I do guest spots on other TV shows.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay,
I do
all right.
road work. Also, I do stand up every single night at the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store when
Hey,
I'm
you
in
guys
town.
remember-
Guys,
hey, you
come
guys
see me
remember
at
when
Chris D'Elia.
You guys remember?
ChrisD'Elia.com.
And
Jesus.
at Bryan Callen.
At
Bryan
Will Sasso,
Callen.com.
at Will Sasso, hamfatter.com.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, do you guys remember when we started this
I'll be at the
podcast and I
American
was in the
Comedy
middle?
Club.
I was in the middle of publicizing the Three Stooges.
Yeah, remember
and
that?
I didn't miss a fucking step
Yeah,
with this
great.
fucking podcast.
Hey guys, you want to laugh? Come to the American Comedy Club in San Diego
Oh,
this
here he goes
weekend.
again.
Here we go
Thursday,
plugging
Friday,
it.
Saturday.
Actually,
bring your
it will be okay.
seatbelts.
No,
Bring your
Come see me in
seatbelts.
San Francisco. I'm going to be at Cobb's Comedy Club, San Francisco, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'm Chris D'Elia. Boo boo. Boo boo. Look at me. Boo boo. I'm
Thanks,
from Russia.
thanks for
I'm
listening to the
from
10 Minute Podcast. Thanks for subscribing and downloading on iTunes. I need you to
see me
subscribe.
Shut up.
San
And if you live in San
Francisco.
Francisco, come down to
Shut
San Diego.
the fuck up!
You live in
rate,
San Diego.
Rate and review our podcast.
God.
We want to hear what you
Come
think.
to San Francisco and see me.
Oh, Jesus.
Come down
I'll
to San
sign your
Diego
dick.
from
I'll sign your
what?
dick.
Brian, what's your favorite TV show of all time?
My
Cops. You
favorite.
like Cops.
No,
'Cause
no.
you were on it.
No. Cheers.
Chris, what's yours?
Mine is the first 48.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10 Minute Podcast.
I like when they're just like, and then the inevitable happens. They always are like that on all those reality shows. And the inevitable happens.
But TV shows like the first 48 are reality shows. TV shows, I'm talking about a drama.
My favorite was SCTV.
Look, when you want to buy something from Amazon, our show is brought to you by Amazon. So go to our website first and click through. We'll get a kickback, and also do that with GameFly. You can rent video games and shit.
Yeah, you'll get some stuff.
Yeah. And then when you get the games, the inevitable will happen.
Welcome to the 10 Minute Podcast. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Brian the Kid Callen.
And I'm at Chris D'Elia. Follow me, ladies.
Look,
What?
you've done this before.
Dude, yeah.
We've had conversations in the past. Don't say your name at Chris D'Elia.
Oh, what should I say?
Just say your
Twitter handle?
fucking name.
Yeah, stop promoting. If I said at Bryan
I
Callen,
know.
BryanCallen.com.
If I said at Will Sasso, hamfatter.com, 10minutepodcast.com.
Okay, see.
Three
Okay,
Stooges
you're,
Mad TV.
you're,
Yeah,
see,
now you're
that
doing it kind of worse.
You're doing the
You're being
same
kind of
thing.
worse.
Over
about
40
that.
feature films.
4 were okay.
Do you guys...
Here's the thing I want to ask you guys. This is as legitimate a medium as there ever has been. The podcast. It's kind of cool. We can go out to an unidentified number of listeners. It can jump. It can sway. There's all sorts of people listening to the fucking show, and there's power there. You never know who's listening. And I think what we need to do right now is let's pitch a TV show for the three of us that we could star in, and you never know who's listening.
You never know.
So
I got it.
You got it already?
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot of time.
I got it.
What is it? Let's hear it.
Dolphin with a handgun.
What's the premise of Dolphin with a handgun?
You really have to ask?
No, I don't.
Okay, this Dolphin with a handgun. But check it out. Oh, dolphins don't have hands. Yeah. Oh, that's where it comes in. That's where we come in. Okay. We're the three guys, and we're basically the Dolphin's henchmen. And the Dolphin has a hat on. That's sideways.
Oh, wait, does the Dolphin...
And he's like, man, kid, you guys, this is where the diamonds are. And then we go get the diamonds, and we're basically the Dolphin's handgun.
That's the worst thing
Chris,
I've ever heard in my life.
That's not really going to frame us well as actor-comedians.
Although maybe...
Well, but then I could come in and be like, "Oi, what's going on? The Dolphin, we're supposed to be the Dolphin's handgun. Ralph or Rafe, whatever your name is, right? Rafe.
Well,
You'd
no.
be Rafe. Rafe,
Well,
we got to go in and get these diamonds.
I like the idea of all of us being English.
We're British? Oh, he's
yeah,
taking
British.
It's
That'd be good.
Bit Steeler.
But no, I'm not.
You're speaking British right now.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not.
definitely are.
I'm not.
So anyway, then we run into various problems. We run into copious amounts of problems, which leads to hundreds of episodes.
No, Chris, hold on.
What?
If the three of us are dolphin trainers, okay?
Why
And
dolphins?
we're in SeaWorld. We're in SeaWorld.
Yeah.
And one of us trains our dolphin to kill the other dolphins. This is actually more of a movie.
It's actually more of a shitty idea.
Well, your idea has a dolphin with a hat and a gun,
look,
dude.
if the hat's
And you're
sideways
speaking
to be
British.
mysterious,
No.
and also you can't make a fucking TV show successful without a handgun, and everybody knows
You
that.
can't have a
The
TV
two
show-
things you need to
Golden
make a
Girls.
successful movie. Who said this? A woman and a handgun. Who said that?
Probably.
It was somebody like that. Really, I mean, I think it's probably a saying, but like,
Oh,
why the
God.
fuck? Golden Girls, really? Did
Yeah.
they not have a handgun?
There was no handguns in that.
there's
Have you
no
seen
handgun
all
in it.
200 episodes?
There were 4 girls.
Can you
but-
answer me a question?
What?
Have you seen all 200 episodes?
Okay, but
I
you're
mean,
being...
probably.
No,
I
you
mean, my
haven't.
mom used to love that show, so
Okay,
we'd sit
well,
around and
All
watch.
right, come on. Let's come up with an idea.
Okay, let's come up with an idea. How about
Something.
Whatever it is, when we pitch a movie to Hollywood or when we pitch a TV show to Hollywood, you got to have the moment where you say, and that's where we come in.
right? Okay.
Okay,
How about
so-
how about this? We call it the Zillionaires.
Okay.
The 3 of us have like fucking so much money because we've invented some sort of fucked up agent that you put in the water
Right.
and it like fucking changes
Yeah.
the world. Deal with that later.
Right.
Not this, but like this.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like some sort of chemical agent.
Right.
There's military applications. There's medical applications. We make zillions of dollars. The 3 of us share the fucking patent. And we move out to Bel Air and we just live in a fucking huge
Right.
house. And people come to us with problems because they know that we're just philanthropists and we just got all this fucking money. And
No, but you gotta be
here's
like-
where we come in.
Yeah, there you go. You got to be
okay,
like, people
sorry.
have problems. They don't know what to do. That's where we come in.
Okay. And
Okay,
then
I have-
we basically, I'm still in the middle of my pitch,
I know.
Killer Jones.
Yeah, Bill Killer Jones, relax.
So like someone has a problem, like, hey, like this lady's like, oh, my husband's so mean to me, he's so
Yeah.
mean to me. It's like, oh, well, here's $50,000.
Okay, that's a really bad idea.
And she's like, oh,
Well, okay, but I understand. Okay, now, while the idea might not be that fleshed out, we are zillionaires. Am I right?
That's right.
Okay, so there's 100 episodes in there. If every episode somebody comes in and wanting 50 grand,
Yeah.
that's 100. That's zillion. Multiply that by however many a zillion is. That's hundreds of episodes.
So
dude.
wait, hold on, hold
So
on.
we're gonna get syndication.
Okay, but don't touch me, don't
No,
touch
but I
me
don't
like
do
that.
this often. But syndication money. I don't do that often. But
Okay, dude, listen, listen.
you know, I don't sing stuff like that.
Listen, bro. Okay, so the idea
Dolphin
they
with
come
a
in,
sideways hat.
We- do we
we're
ho-
the
no,
handgun.
no, no,
That's
no.
where we come in.
No.
Syndication money.
I got it. Zillionaire Dolphins. The 3 of us play dolphins. No one expects that we'd have that much fucking money. But who the fuck would come up with this sort of idea? Like, they understand what's going on at the bottom of the ocean. There's kelp, there's tides, there's all sorts of... And they're scientists. They're dolphin scientists.
No, listen.
That's where we come in.
That's where we come
Okay,
in.
hold on, guys. Let's be serious.
Okay.
So, the 3 of us committed a murder. We killed a bunch of people in a bank. We tried to rob it. Didn't go well.
Okay.
Now, we have all this money. We've just shot the shit out of a bunch of people. We killed a bunch of people.
we understand that
with
part. That much is
shotguns.
so
There's
far we
blood
get.
everywhere. Now, we are now living in Bel Air, and we have to be in disguise. We have to keep changing our disguise and play different characters. Like one day I'm like, hey, I'm a Scotsman. Hey, I'm from Scotland. And the next day I'm like, I'm from Jamaica. And we do all different kinds of characters because if we don't, we'll get caught. So we have to keep coming up with characters, and we have all this money
like
to
it.
spend.
I kind of like it.
And what we do is we fucking try to make up for our heinous crime because we feel so terrible about it by solving crimes. So every episode, we're different characters and we're solving crimes because we know eventually we're going to be caught.
I don't know about this.
And episode 100, as the judge says, you guys killed a lot of people in that bank robbery, but you've also solved a shitload of crimes.
Judges don't say shitload,
So
but also.
I'm going to let you guys off.
But what about the fact? When do you say, "Well, that's where we come in"? You didn't do this. This is a terrible
Didn't do
pitch. That's a terrible fucking pitch.
You know
Also,
what?
there's no dolphins.
That's true.
I'm not doing
Here's
any
the thing.
TV show with
Here's the thing.
dolphins.
It's so dramatic, and I kind of feel like we're very funny guys, and we should be doing a multi-camera sitcom. And I think it
I'm
should be
good at
called.
drama.
It should be called Who Shit in the Kitchen. And the 3 of us, we play brothers,
Yeah.
and Brian Dennehy is our dad, and maybe
Of course.
maybe I don't know who we would have as
Barbara
our
Hershey.
mom. Barbara Hershey is our mom. And
Angela
every
Lansbury.
episode, one of us takes a shit in the kitchen.
That's 3 episodes long, though. That
No, but
series only lasts 3
where is
episodes.
Yeah,
that
but then we'll
going?
bring in the cute kid, like Growing Pains brought in Leo DiCaprio,
So
or
that's
like
4
Different Strokes
episodes,
brought
5
in Sam.
episodes.
Okay, but where's
Okay,
that?
but we
Where
got
does
like
that go?
a bunch of cute kids, a little black kid, cute little Asian kid.
But
Maybe
where
a
does that
dolphin.
go? Does
Well,
somebody
I'm just saying, it's funny. It's like
Maybe
everybody
for like
loves,
one episode,
everybody
check
loves
this out.
Raymond.
Check this out. One episode, we're like hanging out, and we're like, "This smells so." Did you do it, Brian? You're like, "No." Will's like, "Did you do it, Chris?" I'm like, "No." Did you guys do it? No. I'm like, "Who shit in the kitchen?" And then all of a sudden, in the closet, we hear,
Are you gonna?
No.
And we open
No.
there's a dolphin.
I don't want to have a
The
dolphin.
dolphin shit in the kitchen.
That's where we come in.
That's where we come in.
We take the dolphin.
No, listen,
We
we-
carry the dolphin out. We take it to the ocean where
Yeah.
it can shit freely.
Yeah.
No,
And then we go back to the house.
No. For
We give it a
episode
hat.
1, I open it, I go, there's a dolphin, and then boom, I shoot it in the fucking face. It dies. That's it. We'll never see the dolphin again. Now, somebody took a shit in the kitchen. Our little brother, who's a science major, goes, I know who. He gets his DNA kit. He swabs our assholes, and then he takes samples of the shit, and he finds out that it's you, Will. And then Chris and I take a fucking Bildrit to your head, and we kill you and we bury you with the dolphin.
I don't know if that's multicam.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know if that's
I don't know. I
multicam.
don't
That's
think-
And you slip, cut, you get necritis in your foot because you got shit in your cut, and they have to cut off your foot, then they have to cut off your hands, then they have to cut off your face.
I don't see how the live studio audience will like that.
Well, that's
They
my
won't.
idea.
They won't. Not very likable
And then I
characters.
win. I win.
It wasn't a win or lose thing. Thanks for listening to the 10 Minute Podcast. Thanks for downloading and subscribing on iTunes. We would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and rate and review us. We'd love your feedback. We're on Twitter at 10minpod.
I'm sure the feedback for this is going to be really heavy. Guys, I learned a lot.
At Chris D'Elia.
You really had a through line with your
Look, Chris,
podcast.
if you say at Chris D'Elia. Oh, by the way, listeners abroad, Chris has been shirtless this entire podcast.
That is true. It's because hot as shit.
you got
it's
man
really
tits,
hot.
huh?
No, but because I got a 6-pack.
I'll suck you to
Brian, I like how your hair goes up like ice cream at the top.
What do you...
Makes you cute.
Okay, are you
Makes
being
you cute.
sarcastic?
Cute
Because,
ice cream boy.
No, I just wear my hair long because it's diversified for
Some
characters.
podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10 Minute Podcast.
Welcome to the 10 Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon. Hit the Amazon banner at 10minutepodcast.com. You'll be taken over to Amazon. Do your shopping as you normally would. We'll get that motherfucking kickback. Keep this thing going. Also brought to you by Gamefly. There's a promotion over there at 10minutepodcast.com. My name is Will Sasso.
I am Bryan, always the Kid Callen.
That's not your name. And we're not being joined by Chris today. He has a photo shoot with
with European GQ.
European GQ.
Yeah.
So this is a great day for our boy. He's
That's what he should be. I mean, honestly, he should be a model.
he should be wearing some shiny
He's
jeans and no
so
shirt.
shallow.
Anyway, in his absence, we have a treat for you. It's been a while since we've had this gentleman with us. He's a friend of Chris's, and after he was on our show the first time, we had quite a response.
Overwhelming response.
Ladies and gentlemen, rapper extraordinaire from Prim, Nevada, Chank Smith.
Life.
Okay.
That's Chank Smith coming straight out the Prim, a.k.a. Misfit Allen, a.k.a. Strangehold Johnson, a.k.a. the Degenerate, a.k.a. Ann Hesh. You know what's up? It's real.
And Hesh is and Hesh is one of your...
Ain't that real? Ain't that real, dog?
Yeah.
You know why? Because I like women.
Okay.
Wait, so that's one of your rapper names is Ann Heche?
That's
Because-
right, dog. Hey, a.k.a. the Misfit, a.k.a. Misfit Allen, a.k.a. Strangehold Johnson, a.k.a. Sonny Choppers, a.k.a. Dick Fuck Cunt shit.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right.
What's up with
well,
you?
so look, here's the
It's
thing.
real.
Are you-
A.k.a. Dick Sucker Jones.
Do you smoke a lot of weed?
No, I don't smoke weed
So
mostly.
you're sober right now?
That's real.
Are you sober right now?
Yes, life.
Look,
Okay, you're not really
here's the thing.
answering the
I-
I am sober right now. I am not on the influence of any narcotics or drinkings. Hey, dog, holla at you.
Here,
When the last time I came on the podcast, what had happened was I was on the vacation. I really also to conduct some business, but when I went back to Prim, all of a sudden, because I was on the radio or whatever,
This is the internet. It's a
the
podcast.
podcast, people was calling me stuff like, sell out. And
Really?
yeah.
Really?
And it was just bullshit because I was coming from the cypher, me and the Dragons, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically, with me and Frills was hanging.
Can I ask you-
Frills, Big Q, and Andy.
Yeah, it's very hard to make sense
four
of
of
what
us.
we were saying now. But is there another language there? It almost sounds as though you have.
Well, he's street, Brian.
accent.
I'm
He's
from
street.
the A.
So
I don't know if you're joking or not, but we're from real street.
yeah,
we're
he's
from the street.
And when you were on here, Chank, you also people started following you on Twitter.
I have a Twitter is at Chank Smith, and what had happened was when I was tweeting, people would reply me, like especially this dude that lives near me, Ronnie. he's a big hater of mine, and he will be like, "Yo, Chank, you a sellout or whatever." He lives near me, so he would see me walk onto my car.
Well, look, man, we have you have some fans through us here at the 10 Minute Podcast, and we're happy you're here. So if you want to respond,
set the record straight and respond the way only Chank will on freestyling.
You want to freestyle?
Yeah, to my haters.
Okay, you want me to drop a beat?
This is a message I want you to message to my haters coming for blood. Don't fuck with Chank Smith and play that beat. Yeah, life. This is a.k.a. the ghost of Sonny Choppers, a.k.a. Dick Sucker Jones. You know what's up, dog? This goes out to Ronnie. Yo, Ronnie, I know you heard me on the podcast. That's what's up. Dap, when I used to know you in Prem, and now when I come home, all you see me is a jealous hater. Fuck that, dog. You just mad because like a year ago I got the iPad 2 before you, and then you was like I was gonna get that, but I don't even give a fuck because yo, I ain't the one that still lives with my mom. I fucking hole up in the duplex with my sister. Yeah, she my half sister. I know you tried to fuck her, but it doesn't matter because you can't, because I had to sit down with her and told her not to fuck you. One, I'm tired. I'm kind of tired, but you know.
You're tired?
Yeah, you know, it's a long drive from Prem. I'm kind of tired, that's all.
Okay.
But, you know, still, that doesn't mean I still rap. I still don't rap. I rap no matter what. What's up?
I mean, Brian, what do you think?
Well, I think we have the same question.
It's not really a beef. It seems like it's
no. Ronnie is beefing with me ever since earlier.
It sounds like Ronnie just was upset because you got an iPad 2.
No, but you know how like it comes from pre-existing notions. You know, like before the iPad was just the catalyst.
Okay,
right? But that was what exploded the beef.
It's not a beef.
Before that, there was like, you know, other stuff.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
What?
You have these AKA, you know, AK.
Yeah.
You're one of your nom de guerres, if you will. Your pen names is Dick Sucker Jones.
What is up with that?
Why do they call you Dick Sucker Jones?
No. That's easily explainable.
Are you homosexual? Which is fine. That's
absolutely not. I have That's fine. If you want to do that shit, that's cool. You can suck guys' dicks all day. But I don't do that.
But
they call me, that's an alias, Dick Sucker Jones, because one time when I was younger, like 21, this guy named Jones tried to suck my dick.
No,
and then everybody was saying, yo, that's what he's like, yo, Dick Sucker Jones. And so it just stuck.
Why do they call you Dick Sucker Jones?
Yes.
So you'd be the dick sucker.
No, but it's like Jones tried to suck his dick. He Dick Sucker Jones anyway.
So how did you get into a situation where Jones tried to suck his dick?
Regardless, the point is you're here to settle beef, and I don't know that there's much of a beef. But are you satisfied?
I am. I got more to say also to Ronnie. So if you would please commence with the beat dropping.
Okay.
I got more. I'll lead you into a journey. Yeah, life. A.K.A. the Sonny Choppers, a.k.a. Misfit Allen, a.k.a. Dr. Dawama, the Wagons. What's up, Andy? Yo, Ronnie, you don't think that's beef? Well, check this out. Did I mention that before that we used to be roommates, Ronnie and Chank, running amok, and then all of a sudden we was like, yo, I said to Ronnie, what happened? It's so hot, it's summer in Las Vegas, and he was like, yo, we forgot to pay the power bill, and I was like, fine, that's fine, but then you gotta go down to the Department of Water or Power or whatever the fuck it is, and he was like, yo, that's your job, and I was like, I went last time, and then so basically what happened was we didn't even have air conditioning for like over a month, and I was so hot, and so he ended up being like, yo, Chank, you gotta fucking go down there, and we didn't actually have a physical fight, but we were both so fucking mad, and that's what's up, because you can't fucking tell Chank what to do. He's the realest on the prim block, you know what I'm saying? One. So, a.k.a. Dick Sucker Jones. So what happened was, that's basically, you know, I'm tired. But
well, you're tired
again. Okay, man, I gotta tell you, it's not even rhyming. It's not even hip hop.
There's
just
no
talking
beef
about your day.
That's just shit that happens. First of all, that you were jealous about an iPad, and the second one, that's stuff that happens with roommates.
This the rap game, dog.
It's not the rap game. You're both shitheads. You should have paid your fucking bill.
Right.
But rappers rap about how they sell drugs and all that shit, and that's bullshit.
There's just no beef here.
Okay, yeah, you're not even
but I got real beef. You want to hear the most fucked up shit that Ronnie did?
All right, I guess.
I'll drop it.
Lay it down.
All right.
Chank Smith, a.k.a. the principal of hate, a.k.a. Crooked Steven. You know what's up? Yeah, a.k.a. the number 6. Yo, Chank Smith is coming at you one more again, trying to tell you what happened with this dude Ronnie. When we originally had met, we was having that friendship that two people have, like kind of a romance. Yo, no homo, yo, that's cool. But we was at the mall and I saw a scarf. I saw this jacket that I wanted with an 8-ball on it. And fucking Ronnie told me to wait in the car. And then I did, and he got the jacket with the 8-ball on it. And then I had to go back, and I was gonna get it too, and we was gonna be a crew, but they didn't have that jacket anymore. That's
So
how
what?
I got the Scarface
You're not
jacket.
saying anything,
That's why
bro.
you got the Scarface
Yeah.
jacket.
Jesus
so
Christ.
good. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a fuck about your rap and what you talk about in
No,
your
you
story?
guys don't get it,
You
dog.
have no message
You
at
guys
all.
are Ronnies. Don't be a Ronnie.
I'm not being a Ronnie, I'm just
Chank
being
Smith.
honest, bro.
That, what's up if you my friend? If you not, then you. That get the man. Motherfuckers know that
What?
I ain't got no headshots unless it's coming from my gun.
I don't
Yeah,
even know what
that's
the hell
right.
you're saying.
Yo, I put my sunglasses on from the gas
So
station.
what?
I don't give a fuck, baby. It's me, Chank Smith,
All right.
a.k.a. Dick
Okay,
there's no
Sucker
making
Jones. What's
shit
up?
up,
Thanks for coming in,
Motherfuckers
Chank.
know.
Yeah,
and
you're
thanks
not
for listening
good.
to the 10-minute podcast,
Yeah.
for subscribing and downloading on iTunes. Please subscribe and rate and review us there.
Yeah.
We're on Twitter
Yeah,
at 10-min
sorry-
pod.
sorry
That movie
about
Step Brothers
bad
is
rap.
hilarious.
Yeah,
that
it
movie
is.
Step Brothers is
It's very
hilarious.
funny. It's
Okay,
very
hold on,
funny.
and what's your point? You have no message. You just talk.
You gotta hear the
You've
rap
never
I
written a
got
song in
about
your
Step
fucking life.
Brothers, though.
What?
No, I don't wanna
Step
listen to
Brothers is a
your
funny
song.
movie, but that's not.
And it's not a
That's
song.
not hip hop.
Colin Farrell is hilarious
It's
in
Will
that shit.
Ferrell.
Yo,
It's Will
because he
Ferrell.
just played like he is his brother, but real life.
Après, je suis le capitaine. Hein.
No.
No,
Non,
you're
je
not.
suis le capitaine.
You're not the captain.
Et tu es comment tu l'as dit, le fille, mon fille?
No,
mon fille?
I am
No,
not.
that's not how you
I'm
say
not
it.
your son.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-minute podcast.
Hey
Don't
guys,
sing like that.
you
Brian's
know what?
making
If you
noises.
go to our website, 10minutepodcast.com, and click through the Amazon banner and order stuff, and we'll get a little something.
Yeah, we're
something as a
sponsored by
result.
Amazon.
We're sponsored by Amazon,
do it
and
with
the same
GameFly,
thing
too.
goes with GameFly. If you like to play video games, even if you
15-day free trial. Welcome to the 10-minute podcast. My name is Will Sasso.
don't. I am Bryan the Kid Callen, man.
I'm Chris D'Elia, and imagine me with just a belt on. I'm just going to leave it like that.
All right, well, that's good. You know, I've been thinking, after all this is said and done, and I win this whole little game called show business, and I'm about to, I'm wondering what I'm going to do with my money and where I'm going to retire. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to retire hopefully around 60.
Guys, hanging out with you.
about
Around
6 or
60
7
guys.
years.
Around 60 guys.
Oh, no.
7 years from
Hanging
now.
out with you.
No, guys, and what I'm going to do is I've decided how I want to retire. I want to live in
See ya.
a
Bye.
hidden valley.
Hidden Valley, like where
So
they
you
make
can-
the ranch dressing.
So you can hang
Yes.
out with a bunch of guys and nobody will bother you.
No, I want to hang out with my family, and I want to wear tweed jackets. I'm going to read novels, not from Kindle, but hard covered novels. I'm a reader, which you guys aren't.
This is
I'm
no
gonna have
different than
a-
how you behave now. You wear
shut up.
stupid fucking jackets.
That's true.
Shut
You
up.
talk about books no one gives a shit about.
That's
And
true.
I'm gonna,
You
well,
show up in-
I'm educated. I apologize for being
You
educated.
show up
I
in lime green
apologize.
V-neck sweater from Banana Republic.
No, I've never worn a lime green. Don't say that, dude.
You have pistachio. You have a selection of greens: pistachio green, leaf
You wear
green,
earth
grass
tones.
green.
I
You wear earth
absolutely-
You wear
tones.
monochromatic greens.
I
and you go for dinner with boars.
That is an absolute lie.
You go to dinner with boars.
You'll wear a fucking maroon V-necked Banana Republic sweater that's itchy, and you'll wear
That
fucking
is an
boots,
absolute lie.
corduroys.
dark jeans,
Stop
and you
it.
dress like you have $8 million and hang out with the people
Blue
who have
corduroys.
$100 million.
Stop it.
We've
I'm going to
specified
have.
that before
I'm going to
on
have
the
a
show
German
that we do.
Shepherd called Hamilton,
No, you.
and
no.
I'm going to train my Shepherd. I'm going to get into dog sport.
Are you going to get one of those?
Schutzhund.
Are you going to get one of those German shepherds that you see in the Rob Report protecting the little girl
I am. I'm going to have a German Shepherd. You get in Rob
that
Report.
actually speaks German?
I'm going to enter my dog into Schutzhund
They're
and
going to
IPO
enter your dog,
police
period.
sport,
Yeah.
That's the
international
end of the
police sport
sentence.
competitions.
You're going to buy a dog on the out of the Rob Report magazine for $75,000 just so you can fuck it and go to jail.
Hey, dude.
Can't
That's
fuck
so
dogs.
weird.
I'm not going to fuck a dog.
Don't fuck a dog,
and
man.
I'm not going to fuck a dog.
Don't fuck a dog, dude.
I'm not.
Okay?
Don't act
With your
like I
line.
said
I'm just
I was.
saying, don't.
With your line.
You're acting like I said I
Did
am.
you
and I'm
not say?
going to.
Did you not say I'm going to enter my dog?
No, I said I'm
He
going
said, "I'm going to enter my
Hey,
dog."
I said I'm going to enter my dog in Schutzhund and IPO competitions, which is bite competitions, patrol competitions, and they're going to bite the fuck out of you if you come to visit me, shithead. All right? I'm going to
your
go like
lime
this. I'm going to
green
go.
sweater.
I'm going to go. Hamilton. Aus. Aus!
Hey man, you got to stop talking about how you order dogs around on this podcast,
Yeah.
okay?
This is
Because
not-
you're always like, shoop, shoop. You catch dogs and you're fucking.
Aus! Which means up, hands, high, which means attention, attack, like that. And then he's gonna go right for the fucking. And I'll
What
tell you where
the
I'm gonna teach
fuck
my.
are
Shut
you
up.
talking
Shut
about
up.
right now?
I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna teach my fucking bite trained.
This is the
my
worst
bite
retirement plan
trained
ever.
My Dutch Shepherd, my bite trained 120-pound Dutch Shepherd. Where he's gonna bite you? He's gonna bite you either under the arm when you give flight, and you will give flight, or he's gonna bite you. Just over the oblique on the side of your body. He's going to take a chunk, because that's a soft area, man. He's bringing you to the ground. And then when you think I'm going to call him off, as he's pulling, I'm going to start booting you about the fucking face and mustache.
Hey, this is a really stressful retirement.
I know, dude, but I don't want you on my property, fuckface.
All right,
okay?
man. Well, I'm not going to be on your
Shouldn't
property
have taken my
because
invitation.
when I retire, I'm going to be fucking posted up where I still live, run in the fucking coffee shop that I run, and I'm going to be near the fucking, and I'm not telling you where I am, but there's a Wells Fargo there. I open up an account there. See, what happens is I run this fucking joint. I run half a block
That's
in the
not-
valley.
that's just not-
Everyone knows. There's an old guy there that comes sometimes, and he thinks he runs the fucking joint, but people don't like him. He's not nice. I'm the fucking mayor, and I'm not talking about Foursquare. I'm not talking about real mayor. I'm talking about the fucking mayor of this spot.
So your
okay?
aspiration is to run half a block in the valley. You want to run it as in you know everybody, and you want to be like, yeah, I'm
I
Chris.
think you sort of look up to this old guy you're talking about.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, look here, man. First of all, the old guy's fucking crazy. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
not
see-
crazy. I'm talking about real.
You want to be him.
No, look, listen to me.
That's
listen
what,
to me.
this is what you want to do for your retirement plan?
You want to just sit around and drink coffee?
I'm growing my own food on my gentleman's farm with
Can I
with
finish?
my German Shepherd Hamilton, who's going to protect my fucking property line, and I'm going to be reading books in a tweed jacket, smoking a pipe. And that's a retirement.
I'm
that's
sitting
a
at
real
the co- I'm
and
sitting at the
swilling
coffee shop.
excellent wine from my cellar.
I'm sitting at the coffee shop with a raging hard on. Okay.
What?
Because there's hot girls that come in the coffee shop.
But you'll be 60 something.
Yeah, 70.
Yeah, and it'll be raging, and I'll be famous as shit because my career will be very decorated, and I'll own fucking land everywhere. But I don't even give a shit. I don't.
You're
go
not
there.
even going to go spend time in your
Nope,
land? That's
nope.
what you should be doing.
Nope. You
That's
know
what
what
I
I'm-
want to
no.
do.
You want to be landed gentry?
I'm housing all of my children from different women.
Where on all your
On
land?
your land?
All my land everywhere.
Do you
visit
visit
them?
them?
They visit me at the coffee shop.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, man.
And the raging hard-on doesn't happen when they're around because they're kids. And they're my family. And that's disgusting. But what I do is I give them gift cards to the coffee shop. And they're able to get coffee whenever they want.
Why don't you buy the coffee shop?
Just buy the coffee shop.
Because I don't like having to fucking work. I'm retired.
Oh, that's
I know,
true.
dude,
and
but if you,
they work for me.
but if you buy it, then
And
you
I
won't-
sit down in my shorts on my Tommy Bahama shirt and I just lounge out. And fucking, dude, I run it, man. Oh, guess what? I ran the block for fucking years already. 7 years, dude. And guess what happened, man? I had a bank account at another fucking place, Citizens Business Bank. What did they do? They fucking closed down the gas station next to the coffee shop. They built up a Wells Fargo. Yeah. They tried to kick daddy out. Guess what? I opened up a fucking account from Wells Fargo.
That's so?
Sayonara,
So what?
Citizens Business Bank.
Oh, jeez.
I'm integrating my nature into this block. If you're trying to fucking, guess what? You're going to open up a Five Guys restaurant near my block? I'm eating there every fucking day.
Okay, dude, all right, you're acting really aggressive, and this is not an accomplishment.
You guys are not painting a picture of a proper retirement, of a relaxing retirement in your golden years.
What would you do?
I love Big Bear Lake, California. It's one of my favorite places, and I'm going to buy a portion of the lake to build my property.
It's really
on.
expensive.
I'm gonna buy Boulder Bay. If you ever look, you
but
can look that
how
up
much
on
would that
Google Maps.
cost?
Yeah,
Maps.
I mean,
it would cost a lot.
How much?
A lot.
Yeah,
of money.
probably some billions.
Okay,
and I'm gonna build a cabin. I'm gonna build sort of a compound there around the bay, and I've said this before, but I'm gonna grow a long beard, and I'm gonna gain or lose 50 pounds, and I'm gonna check out, and I'm gonna run an acting school for wayward young ladies.
Oh, dude, that's
So
really creepy, man.
All the girls who like come to California, come to LA to be actresses, and they're like, I'm just, I gotta roll on like Two Broke Girls, but then like didn't go so well after that, and it's kind of, been doing a lot of bartending for a year and a half, and so I'll have have a website set up, and you can just sign up, and like a sedan, a dark blacked out sedan.
Dude, this is so creepy, man.
Yeah, mine's better, dude.
What are you gonna do with these girls?
I'm gonna teach them how to act. I'm going to teach them my timing. I'm going to pass my gift along to them.
Okay, but why is it just girls? Can guys?
No, I was passing my gift along.
Don't ever say you're going to pass your gift.
Ew,
I'm
dude.
pass my gift. I'm going to have a long beard.
Your eyes are getting hazy, bro.
They nuzzle in my gift. They nuzzle in with me.
No, bro.
Watch the lake, watch the water.
Hey, guess what, man?
Get on a pontoon boat. I'll catch trout.
God.
I'll split the trout down the middle, gut it.
Stop talking outside of your mouth, bro.
I'll pull his bones out of the trout and
Ew.
push it against the barbecue. Make trout piccata for everybody.
Dude, you're talking out the side of your mouth
As
right
a
now.
retirement.
All right. Hey, Brian, scream into the microphone more, man. Scream into the microphone
Chris,
more.
calm down.
And fucking please
dude.
pop it like you always do.
Okay.
Hey, you see how loud I'm getting? You see how far away the
Why,
fucking
you
microphone
He
is?
doesn't know how to use a mic.
It's far away. When you scream, you get closer.
You got all
like
jumped up about retirement. You're freaking
He's
out.
doing it now,
Dude,
Chris.
I'll fucking get out in. I'm a fucking cancer. If you open a Wells Fargo next to my coffee shop, I'll open up an account in
I
it,
don't care, man.
and I'll put fucking thousands of dollars
All right,
into
man.
it.
Okay. Who
And
gives
in
a shit?
years,
Hey,
millions.
tell him to calm
and
down.
in more than that,
being crazy.
billions.
Crazy.
And in more than that, zillions.
What comes after zillions?
Jillions.
Trillions.
no.
Trillions.
Trillions.
Thanks for listening to the 10-Minute Podcast, and thanks for subscribing and downloading on iTunes. We'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and please rate and review that motherfucker.
Morons.
We'd love to hear how you
Morons.
feel. Don't know, we're not morons.
How long is a trillion? How many billions is a trillion?
Some
Seven.
zeros at the
Seven.
end of it.
Idiot. Seven?
7
You're a
billion is a
moron.
trillion.
So this will be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to get it going.
So fun, Sean.
We're happy to have you here. And
Yeah.
this will be. Yeah, fucking now we wait for the music. Oh, there you go.
Some podcasts are slow.
Shawna.
And you don't know how long they last.
Shawna.
Sing
That's why you listen to the 10-Minute Podcast.
Shauna, it's not. Okay, thank you. Okay, so thank you.
All right, that's
okay.
enough. Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon.com. You can buy anything on Amazon. Visit 10minutepodcast.com, hit our Amazon banner, and shop like you normally would. We'll be getting a kickback. Also brought to you by Gamefly.com. And this is a very special episode today because we have in the studio, we have Shawna.
Welcome, Shawna.
Thank you, baby. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy. This is great. Thanks for having me. Y'all don't bring me around like.
Well, you're
normal
kind of a fixture on the show every now and then. You know, we have guests.
They love Shawna. Hey, yo, everybody loves Shawna. Shawna love everybody cocking balls. Everybody cocking balls. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Wait,
Let me show them. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Shawna,
Right,
we get
the
it.
DJ thing. So
Here's what we did. We asked our listeners that follow our Twitter at 10minpod to our female listeners in particular to hashtag Ask Shawna. And what we're going to do today with you, Shawna, is we're going to do a female advice show. Cool, I'm with it. I'm going to let these bitches know. Okay. We've got a great response from all our female listeners.
Yeah.
And we're gonna jump into
yeah,
these.
why don't we
Chris,
jump into it? I got it right
Chris,
over
you
here.
got one?
So
Who's that
we're
from?
looking at the Ask Shawna. This one. So the first one is from @Mish the Dish. Okay.
That funny. That crazy.
Yeah.
She crazy. Shut up. Go ahead.
Okay, so at 10minpod, hashtag Ask Shawna. Should I be doing anything with the balls or just concentrate on the jerking the shaft during an intimate HJ?
That's an interesting. That's a great question.
Well,
That's
HJ is.
HJ, you know what HJ is?
I think we all do,
That's
'cause
a
it's-
hand job.
Right.
That's you grab a man cock.
Yeah, I
You
know.
Well,
stroke
no,
that
that's
shit.
okay.
we
And
know.
no, you don't need to be doing shit with that, Mr. Dish. You just fucking grab that shit and stroke it. Stroke that shit. Don't worry about the ball. They worry about their own balls. Some motherfuckers is nasty. They put their thumb in their ass while you're
Whoa,
jerking their shit.
oh,
really?
I was like, yeah.
Hey,
I was
go to
just-
the next question.
One
Go to
time
the-
I was stroking off George Wallace and I was like,
No,
what
no,
the
no.
fuck is that smell? The motherfucker had his middle finger up his
Okay,
shit.
all right,
how do
all
you,
right.
that's not even possible.
No,
okay, all right.
yeah.
So, here's.
Hey, you know what we forgot to do? Play my shit. Play my shit. No, we don't need to. We're already
Yeah, it's
into
all right.
it.
Yeah, we're
Hey,
already
no,
in.
play my shit.
No,
Fuck you.
we
Fuck
don't-
you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
We don't need to.
Okay.
We don't,
Fuck you.
Jesus.
And now it's time for keeping it real with Shawna.
Here we go. My name is Shawna. I'm keeping it real on the 10-minute podcast with Bryan Callen. Shit. People love that shit.
Okay.
Right.
Love that
Yeah,
shit.
no,
I got
that's
my
good.
own theme song.
Okay, all right.
Right.
Let me
had to
ask.
play that. Thank you, Will.
Let me ask you the
right.
next question. This is from
Do the
Lizzie
next one.
Coster at 10-minute 10-minute podcast. I'm allergic to my deodorant. Do you have any suggestions that I could mask where I could mask my own stench?
Yeah, that's what's wrong. What's up with your stench, baby? That's crazy. You allergic to deodorant? Try. You know, here's what I do. Sometimes I go to IHOP and I fuck around late at night.
IHOP?
Yeah, I go to IHOP and shit, and they got all sorts of different maple syrups.
Yeah.
They got blueberry, boysenberry,
Yeah.
strawberry. I don't even know what the fuck a boysenberry is. They got grape. They got all that shit.
So what do you do?
Just fucking take a little middle finger there, put it down there.
Okay, but
Put it down.
That seems
Put
like
it
it'd be
down
very,
there.
very
Down. What did you
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
You mean it was in the?
Put it down there.
What do you mean? Where?
Put it in. You know. You
Well,
put,
it's not like you're not crass. So what are you
And
talking
also-
about?
cunt.
Oh God!
that in
Okay,
your
you know what? I'm
Okay,
sorry. I asked.
Yo. All I'm saying is put a little maple syrup in your inside
all
your
right.
cunt.
We
Okay.
got
Receipt,
it. We got
sweet.
it.
Thank you.
It seems
Thank
like
you.
it'd be.
nice.
It seems like it'd be very sticky.
Very
and
disgusting. Yeah.
Disgusting.
All right, I got one here. Let's see. Okay, this one is from. This is from at Twitter Paris.
Yeah.
At Shawna Got Jokes. Hashtag Ask Shawna. Do you believe in playing hard to get? No, fuck that. Because these women nowadays is like, hey, my pussy a prize and shit like that. Jump a motherfucker. See what it do.
But don't you think that sometimes guys like to be the aggressor?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jump a motherfucker. See what it do.
Okay,
Turn that shit into a fight.
No.
Yeah, let a motherfucker know. Be like, hey, motherfucker, what's up, baller? You think you're gonna take that dick to me? Hey, check this out.
Okay.
When was the last time? Chris, Bryan, Will. Yeah. When was the last time a girl showed up on a date and pulled her whole stuff out of her skirt like that?
Look at it. No. Get a towel. Get something.
I'm not looking.
Please stop.
Shawna,
Please stop
listen,
doing that.
Shawna, I'm not looking. Please put it away. First of all.
Okay, I'm gonna put it away.
Okay, thank you. Second of all,
Yes, please.
Jesus
don't.
Christ.
You're not listening to me. Guys want to be the aggressor, and sometimes girls need to take the backseat. Do you ever play coy, like ha ha ha? Like,
Yeah,
Hard to
sometimes
get?
yeah. One time, okay. So one time, this motherfucker picked me up for a date. This motherfucker Preston, who he worked in like a Radio Shack.
Is
and
this-
shit.
is this gonna
That
turn
ain't
into
even a
one of your
Radio Shack.
sayings?
No.
Don't
This
turn
is
this
not
into
gonna
a
turn
saying.
into one of my sayings.
Please.
No.
All right,
You gotta
sounds
listen to
like
my
a bit.
story, motherfucker.
Okay.
Hey, if I was up on stage and you started talking back and shit, I would turn you the fuck out.
I understand.
I would
Okay, I
fucking turn you the
understand.
fuck out.
So
I would turn you
anyway.
inside out.
Okay.
So Preston was that, and he picked me up, and I said, real cute. I said, real cute. I got to the bottom of the driveway. I was like, I ain't gonna give you an HJ tonight. Like that. I went, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
Ha, ha.
Okay.
And he was like, this is what Preston's telling me. You was down here to talk like this. And I was like, I ain't gonna give you no HJ. You know what was happening 5 minutes later?
What?
HJ. I gave him an HJ.
Okay, but what is the point of that then? So
Okay.
The point of my story
So
is,
you're playing hard to get.
yeah, playing
Okay.
hard. Get that dick hard and get it. Get the dick hard.
See, that's kind of a saying. I didn't want you to do a
That's a-
saying.
that's a-
Okay, here's another
that's a
one. All
saying.
right, look, Shawna, here's another
I'm
one.
gonna do that. You know what? I'm gonna do that joke on stage.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
idea.
not
That's
really
a good idea
joke.
to do it not there and not here. So here we go. Ask Shawna from at Solitary Rose 02. I'm a newlywed. How do I keep the spark alive?
Y'all motherfuckers is gonna think that I'm playing around here when I say that a lot of this shit is sexual.
I think we're
noticed,
pretty serious.
We've noticed
Yeah,
that it's
that's
very,
right. Well,
it's very, very sexual.
Yeah.
But man is visual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Man
know.
is visual. So when a motherfucker come home from work, he done worked a hard day all day.
Right.
Try this shit out. Now you can fucking text that motherfucker and say, hey, pick up some milk on the way home. Divert his shit. Get him thinking about something else. Then, if you live like I live in a studio apartment, so ain't a whole lot of fucking room, right? So when he opened the door, just be up on your face. Like be with your face in the rug and be pulling your whole shit apart. Pull your asshole apart. That's the first thing.
Wait a minute.
That's fucked up,
That's
Shawna.
hold on.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
That is so gross.
not. A man is married to a woman he respects.
Yeah.
How is that going to?
Yeah, be pulling your shit. Be like, yeah, baller. Yeah,
No,
get
no.
up in
Baller
here.
is so not
Yeah,
sexy.
get up-
not what guys
Get up
want.
in here, thug. Yeah.
No,
Stick
wait,
this.
okay, shut
I
up.
say, you know what? Well, sometimes I say, hey, fool, stick this chocolate pig.
Jesus. Shawna. Shawna.
What's wrong, baby?
Hold on 1 second.
What's wrong?
That's seriously aggressive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
for
man.
instance, I don't necessarily want to be called thug or baller
Yeah.
when I'm making
you
love.
fool dog,
chocolate-
mark ass trick baller buster.
Okay.
Stick this chocolate pig.
No, man.
I'm not a mark
no.
ass buster.
Y'all motherfuckers is lucky I ain't saying the N word up in here.
No,
I'm fill this motherfucker.
No, please
No,
don't.
don't
Okay,
do that,
listen.
please.
Listen.
Don't do
Okay.
that,
Just
please.
ask her something else.
Jesus,
Okay, here we go.
please,
Here's another one.
Garrett. Let's not do these
Can we just
questions.
look? This one is a little different. Okay. At flip this tweet. Preparing for the last 2 weeks of August Canadian summer. What should myself and 33 others do besides drink pop?
Oh, I get what she's saying. Shawna, do you? Yeah, she's saying there ain't nobody in Canada. You from Canada?
Oh, I get
I'm
it.
from
Yeah,
Canada.
like we said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do besides drink pop, man? They're making fun of this. Have you ever played Canada?
I played Canada and shit. I played Montreal.
And what'd you do besides drink
for
pop?
Last festival. I'll tell you what, it was hot and muggy as fuck up there in the
Yeah.
summer.
No, I know.
Because they got a lot of motherfucking mosquitoes look like birds and shit. We black folks ain't used to that shit. It's like fucking primeval times and shit. It's like prehistoric times and shit. You know what? I was looking around like, what is this pterodactyl like motherfuckers? What I would do is
That's a pretty good bit about mosquitoes. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hands in the bird is worth 1 in your mouth.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay,
So
Here's what I would do. I would get your man to fill his mouth with some crushed ice and shit.
okay.
And then make him blow inside your butt.
No. I'm gonna get into another.
Blow
Let's get into
inside
another
your-
question.
no.
Blow
Okay.
inside your
Okay.
pussy?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
your
this.
pussy.
Why?
I'm gonna
You
give
got
you.
one more, baby?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Hit me with it.
It's just so sexual. Everything is.
Okay. Hold on.
Everything is so sexual with you. Sean.
Okay.
I mean,
Here's from Maggie D26 Holla. Should I be a bad or a good girl to get the guy?
Yeah. Which
Okay.
one? Be a bad and good girl. Be like, I'm a good girl, but have his dick in your mouth while you say, I'm just a good girl. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing
All
right
right.
here.
Here's.
How do you talk with a dick in your mouth, like you said?
I
don't mean actual. I don't mean actually.
No, please. Okay. You've
Shawna.
got to not be so crude. This is. I
Do you ever
apologize
think-
to
can
our
I ask you
listeners.
a question,
Hey,
Sean?
yo, play my shit out. It won't make sense. We already
We're
got the
already
music.
doing the piano.
No, play my
Sean.
shit. Play my shit.
No, we're not gonna play your
play
shit.
it.
No, don't.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know. We already have this. Okay.
Okay,
You know what, man? She's a terrible. I don't want to have her on.
Really, you
Doesn't
worn
even
out
make
your
any
welcome.
sense.
So what the fuck? Do your shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
but you gotta listen to people,
Thanks
man.
for listening to the 10 Minute Podcast.
Fuck.
Please continue to download and subscribe on iTunes. And we're on Twitter at 10
we
Minute Pod.
apologize for-
And please rate and review us on iTunes.
And sorry,
or don't.
sorry
or
about
don't.
all the vulgarity.
Man, fuck the vulgarity.
Oh,
Suck my
God.
tits.
All right.
Oh.
Chris, you got a haircut.
Yeah, for the show. I got to start doing the show again.
They want your hair shorter, NBC?
Yeah.
Don't
And
use
I
that
also
voice.
got
Hey,
a
Robert Loggia.
New voice.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10 Minute Podcast.
Yeah, but they said they wanted me to do they wanted me to have a new voice for Whitney. So I was like,
some-
You sound like Columbo.
You sound like somebody who's got
Just,
a major.
Man, just one more thing
Smoke
before
her
I
throat.
go.
No, it's more just like a mysterious, like I got a high collar.
Like a jazz kind of a jazz kind of.
You sound like you're doing that. You're doing the voiceovers for like commercials on the CW for their vampire shows.
A fresh new episode.
Welcome to the 10 Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon. Visit 10minutepodcast.com, hit the Amazon banner. You'll be redirected to Amazon where you can shop for all your shit, and we'll get a little kickback. Keep this going. Also brought to you by Gamefly.com.
Gamefly.
Hit the banner there, and free video game stuff, and free 15-day trial. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Bryan the Kid Callen.
And I'm Chris D'Elia. Please enjoy a fresh new episode of 10 Minute Podcast.
Okay, I don't want that as my.
I like your... Blah, 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 blah. Hey, what's up? It's Will here, all alone with you at Hamfetter One Studios. That was the intro to an episode that never aired, and this is another installment of Worst of TMP. We've done this once before on the show, compiling clips from entire episodes that haven't aired. There aren't many of them, but there's a reason they haven't aired. And I'd like to pull back the veil and show you some of the let you hear some of those clips from those episodes that weren't that good. Okay, moving on. Our first clip is from something called 10 Minute Podcast Morning Zoo, where I thought it would be funny to send up the whole FM drive time radio morning zoo thing, and I was wrong. This is not funny for 10 minutes, and it's not even funny for the clip that I'm about to share with you, but enjoy. Let's get down to some fun here. Okay, hey, first we got some traffic coming up. We got Chris.
You don't
D'Elia
even know
on the
when
10
this
minute,
one's gonna
10 minute
air.
podcast chopper in the sky. Here, Chris, read the traffic for us. He's up there in the chopper.
What the fuck is he talking?
What's going on?
So
What do you mean?
Chris with the traffic.
Did you get
please.
this off the
just,
internet?
Just fucking read the copy.
All right.
Read the copy.
Look,
Fuck.
you want me to read this?
Read that.
You're taking
Shut
over
up.
the
Let him read it.
podcast.
Looks like there's going to be traffic all over the place during rush hour because that's when everyone is driving home from work. That's not even
Wow, that's really.
Hey, that's gonna suck.
That's not
Hey,
even.
hey,
Did you write that?
Well, that's the traffic. That's the way it's supposed to go.
Shittiest.
Hey, it's time for the weather with Bryan meteorologist Bryan
I'm not
Callen.
meteorology.
that like a joke?
One of the funniest weathermen we got here. Come on, Bryan, it's time for the Weather with Bryan Callen. Here we go. What do we got there, Bryan? Weather with Bryan Callen. Just read it. Read it.
Fucking idiot.
Read it.
So rain and snow around parts of the country, sunny and warm in other places. Highs of 95, lows of -10.
Hey, thanks, Bryan. Thanks for the weather there. Hey, it's time to move out of the 10-minute podcast morning zoo.
Dude, I don't want to be in your zoo.
Why are you calling it the morning zoo? It's really...
Can you imagine 10 minutes of that? Real shitty. That's why it didn't air. And this is from an episode that never aired called Magnum Bros, where we talk about our dicks. I didn't use a condom. There's no need to use a condom because I loved her.
Okay,
You
fine.
raw dog,
Guys,
like
take
a
it
Magnum,
easy.
bro.
You can still get stuff from love.
No. But
even
we
if
were
you're loving.
together for a long time. So then what happened after we broke up is then you end up with other girls.
Yeah.
And it'd been so long since I'd worn a condom, rubber on my dink, and so
Dink because it's small. And it's
no dink is
it's
what
a
we
little
say.
dink.
Is what we say in Canada. So I got together with this girl and she said, "That thing's constraining you. Why don't you try Magnum?"
Oh, right.
And then I became Magnum Bro.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep.
That's how I realized I had a huge one.
Yeah.
Well-
How did you realize you had a huge one, Bryan? Because here's how I realized I had a huge one. Now, let me just go first, okay?
Yeah.
I was young, and I was showering in PE, and all my friends were in the corner crying.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they were crying, and they were like, "What is that?
Because they saw your
What
dick.
is that?" And
When
I was
I-
like, "What's what, guys? Let me see what you guys are got." And I couldn't. It wasn't. Mine is just way bigger.
I dated a celebrity, big time celebrity. I peeled, and I have to peel it. Make no mistake about that. I got
Because it's thin. Because it's thin.
No. It's a big, heavy doorknob head, and I gotta peel it out. And she goes, huh? And I go, what's the matter? She goes, you look like a monster with a tail. Because I'm
That's
muscular.
because you were turning the opposite way because she was going to put it in your butt.
Yeah, tail's on the back.
No,
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you were
because
turned around.
I wear
Okay.
it. I have
get
to
it.
wear it down all the way down.
does it have-
Twix my legs?
Does it have like purple scales along the top, like
Oh,
Barney's
I think
tail?
I get it. And a
Little
little diamond-shaped thing that
diamond-shaped things.
spits
No, I got a
around.
diamond shape. I got a
you have a-
diamond shaped piss hole though.
Do you have a?
I got a diamond shaped piss hole.
you have a
I'll tell you
flat-
how big my piss hole is, and I don't want to brag. I can stick my index finger right up my piss hole.
Oh, that's not
with
good.
great ease and absolutely no lube, so I got that going for me.
Okay, that's really a medical problem.
I mean, talking about your dick can be funny and interesting, just not for 10 minutes. Okay, now that we have no female listeners with us for the rest of the show, let's move on to some man-on-man love. This is from an episode called Will's Italian Cousin, where I'm not there, wink. So my fictitious Italian cousin, Tiziano, sits in, because he's house-sitting for me, and he takes a shining to Chris.
È proprio bella con tutte queste cose qua, un microfono,
Yeah.
o cose qua. E questa è proprio una bella giovane qua.
He says you're a very good looking man.
Sì, sì.
He's talking about me?
Sì,
Yeah,
proprio una bella giovane. Capelli cresciuti, tenga una barba, spalle grosse.
You got great shoulders, a long hair,
Sì.
beautiful beard.
He's I like very beautiful man.
Yeah, you're a very good looking man.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're on your own on that one. He's
No, but
a
that's
big boy. If he wants
well,
to
no,
make
that's
you-
an Italian thing, is that you just
Yeah, I
compliment
know,
other
I
guys.
know.
Sì,
I'm
sei
kidding.
italiano, sei italiano. Tu sei italiano?
I am Italian, yeah. I can't speak Italian.
Paesano, sono
Yeah.
italiano.
But I don't know how to
Last
speak.
name, what are your last name?
Delia.
Dalia.
Dalia!
Yep.
Dalia! È un paese un goppo montagne.
Yes, in the mountains they have.
Sì,
That's,
un paese. Town, it's a town, Dalia.
Yeah, Delia is a town.
Oh, it
in
is.
the mountains.
Sì,
and
sì,
the
sì.
mountains in the south of Italy?
Nord.
Or the north of
Nord.
Italy? Oh,
Delia.
wonderful. Yeah.
Ma chi tengono occhi brun,
Yeah.
proprio bella, proprio una
You have
bella
beautiful brown eyes, he's saying.
Thanks. But, so, okay.
E
Why is he doing-
fa una bage, un goppo faccia tu.
Yeah, you have a beautiful face. Dude,
Oh,
stop.
thank
No,
you.
no, I want you, I give you little kiss.
Oh, well, no,
okay.
I don't know,
No,
because,
he's okay.
What?
I'm not
you
into-
are,
This is a bad idea.
you are,
yeah, why don't we
Well,
just
stop
do...
fucking stop.
What do you- are
stop
you-
sitting like that.
you
What
are-
are you talking? Well,
do-
hunch a little bit.
Fana-
So your arch is.
What
like
do you
your-
mean? I'm not fucking arching. This is the way I
All right, well,
sit.
don't-
What are you saying? It's sexually suggestive?
I don't
Just
know.
talking about
You-
my fucking face?
I know, but stop doing that.
in Italia, o giovane, o uomo,
Yeah, a man.
Go together.
What?
Yes, I know, but Tiziano, he's not that guy.
No.
Touch,
Here's the deal. You kind of cross the line in America.
Yeah,
you kiss the
he's-
side of my mouth.
he
that
likes
means
girls. Tiziano, he likes girls.
I like women.
Yeah, me too. My my wife, my wife, she para como esta ka.
Yeah.
What?
Look like you.
No.
Yes,
What the
okay,
fuck?
well, that's
No,
what I...
she
That's
doesn't.
Well, we thought it was funny at the time. Guess you just had to be there. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for subscribing and downloading on iTunes. If you haven't, please do subscribe and rate and review us there. We're also on Stitcher Smart Radio. We're on Twitter at 10MinPod and now on Facebook /10MinPod. We're going to take you out with the 10-Minute Podcast friendship theme from myself and Crystalia. We are friends because we're all friends, even Bryan.
We are friends. The city whispers to the skyline, we are friends. And it's always been you and me, and both of us remember it. And ain't it funny how it seems that life is just the way it seems? The little things that happen in between means we are friends. We are friends. Been down the road and came back home and went again. It never ends. Round and round and up and down since way back when. You bought me boots and then made fun of the way I walked, and then we took that train and walked the town. Both boots were broken in. It's simple things like this that I will be remembering. We are friends. We are friends. We are friends.
Is that tasty?
Yeah.
What are you eating there?
Kind.
Yeah, it's Kind
It's
Bar.
a kind bar and it's real good.
Yep.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
You know what you look like when you're eating that? You look like you're eating poo.
Oh, what? I look like I'm gonna poo?
No, you look like you're eating some poo because it's brown. You're eating it.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I mean, not really. It's walnuts and dates. Okay, Will.
Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast, brought to you by Amazon.
Go to our website and click the Amazon banner if you want to buy something from Amazon. You can also do that with the Gamefly and rent video games.
15-day free trial from Gamefly. All that shit's at 10minutepodcast.com.
Shut up.
My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Crystalia.
And Bryan Callen is not with us today. He has an excuse this time. He's off at drum camp, which is fucking retarded for a guy in his late 50s.
Where's he go from like noon to 2?
He's doing drum circles or something in Venice where he lives, and that's just I don't know, but whatever, he's gone.
BYOS. Bring your own sticks.
I thought you were going to say bring your own stink, because those people don't smell very
That's
good.
true.
And they use a lot of Toms of Maine. It doesn't
that's
cover
right.
up the stench quite so well.
That's right.
And then they're out there under the hot
So
sun.
who do we-
in his place, we're actually being joined by a guest who's an esteemed book critic. She reviews a lot of novels and books, and she's a friend of Bryan. She's in town for a little while, and it's quite an honor and a pleasure to welcome a lady. And it's your name is Mary Stuart Foley.
Yes, Mary Stuart Foley.
And you live here?
Yes, no, I don't. Of course,
Okay,
God
you live overseas?
God help me, no. I live in Cheshire for the most part. I'm from London originally, of course.
And you're friends with Bryan.
I am friends with Sir Bryan. He's a wonderful poet, which a lot of people don't
Did you
know.
say Sir Bryan?
Yes, he was knighted in 1999, I believe, for his poetry, for his book in poetry. He's actually a runner-up of poet laureate of Great Britain, which is.
I did not know this.
Oh
about
yes,
Bryan.
he's a wonderful, wonderful poet.
weird.
Yes.
I always think his
quite the connoisseur.
facts
as
are
well.
so baseless and just plain lies.
Well, I think that for the most part, and I've listened to your podcast. At
Oh, you
times.
have?
You've listened
Yes.
to our podcast?
Yes,
For work, or?
I unfortunately have been subject to that, and
Whoa.
well, for the most part, I think
Wait, what?
when he is in your presence, he's got to dumb it down, if you will, and so it tends to treat it as the adolescent experiment that it is. So,
Well, okay,
I think one of the most important things about being an aristocrat is adaptability, which is what he possesses in droves.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Well, all right. I'm a little unclear.
So wait, hold on 1 second. How do you know Bryan? First
Yeah.
of all?
How would you have met Bryan? Should we call you
Mary's
Mrs.
fine. Yeah, Mary's fine.
Mary's fine?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Not Mrs. Stuart Foley?
Oh, I don't mind. I mean, I'd rather. Sometimes I feel as though
Chris, what do you want to call her?
around you. I feel
Mary,
as
I
though-
guess.
Mary?
That's her name. Right?
Mary, where did you meet Bryan?
Yeah.
Well, I met him at a poetry festival, and he was this sort of dashing figure from America, of course. And he came in with his long hair and his tweed, and he was reading from his book.
Are you
of
sure it was
Really long hair.
Ab-
But
This was in the 90s?
Well, I mean, the first time I saw him was in the 90s, but the poetry.
And he had long hair?
Yes.
Are you
it's
sure it
always-
wasn't John Stamos or someone like that?
I don't know who that is.
Well, I don't think Bryan's ever
Okay.
had long hair.
So anyway, so you deal a lot with poetry and you deal a lot with book reviews and you reviewed Bryan or what?
Yes, and I understand that neither one of you reads.
No, we do read.
I mean, I read. I'm reading a book right now.
Yeah.
What are you reading?
Freakonomics, actually, is what Why
Why
you're
is that-
laughing at
why
that?
is that
That was a
funny?
bestseller, and it was
Is
an
that
important book. I mean, it challenges the way conventional wisdom.
I'm familiar with Stephen Levitt's work. Thank you very much.
He didn't.
Okay.
He wasn't trying to challenge
what-
you.
I'm not
what-
trying to challenge you. I'm just
As an experiment,
laughed when I
if,
said
if I were to romance, your point of view, if you have one, what would be your
don't
what would you be your critique of the book and of Stephen Levitt's?
I think it's really great the way it.
It's fantastic.
Why you didn't?
Riveting.
Well, you didn't.
You see,
You didn't let me finish. I was going to say something, and
Well, I wrote a review recently of a silly book actually, and doesn't matter what it was. But one of the things I think that
What was it?
I think all of us can agree that when you don't read, you're part of the problem, and people of your ilk should be caught up by the scruff of their neck and thrown into the fire.
I'm gonna deal with you directly, and I'm gonna deal with you assertively, and I will say that I'm happy that you're here. It's quite a treat to have a friend,
yeah, it's
Bryan.
nice to have somebody
Thank
from
you very much.
overseas.
He's had other people here in place of him. One time we had a. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Usu Ngole, the ostrich expert.
Yes, he's a great.
Oh, you do
friend.
know?
Oh, you know
Usu.
him?
Yes.
Okay. Listeners of ours can go back and listen to that. And this is also interesting as a friend of Bryan's. I would just. I mean, I guess I would just say, it's a 10-minute podcast.
Putting your words together, and as we do elementary.
Okay, all right, right.
One,
Well,
Elementary,
you're
it is.
you're in our house
two,
though.
Yeah,
You're not-
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, but the whole thing about the 10-minute podcast is just it's about three guys having fun, and
Well, I think fun is subjective, isn't it? I mean, fun can also be running around in a field and playing with your own feces, which seems to be almost exactly what this podcast represents. I mean,
running around in a field playing with your own feces.
well. I
Okay,
mean,
so you're basically saying that you're better. You're better than us, or
Well, I think we'll leave that up to the critics. And we'll leave
okay,
that
and which
up
the
to
critic is you.
general
You're the critic, so-
population. Yeah. Well, it's not that hard to be better than a team of baboons, is it? I mean, I am an evolved creature in the sense that I'm a human being, and I'm not a baboon. And so, if I see a group of baboons eating their own, throwing their own feces, then I would have to say that perhaps
all
I
right.
am.
So you're saying
better
we're
than
we're
that.
nothing better than baboons throwing feces at each other.
I think I've sort of isolated. I don't know if I want to call it the problem, but I think I've sort of isolated maybe something I'd like to address you with, Mary. When was the last time you had a big fat veiny prick stuck in you?
Yeah. Like a cock. I
Like
know
a
you're good with the
cock.
words, but
You're a British lady, and
Penis,
it's not
hard dick.
like a hard cock. When was the last time you got a dick really hard with your mouth and then put it into your vagina?
over and over again slamming.
No, I'm not listening.
What if-
I'm not going to listen to this.
Well, look, we don't want to offend you.
Look,
You're-
I just, you come into our territory and you put us down calling us bababoons that throw shit at each other.
know.
And you obviously want to sleep with Bryan Callen, and I don't think he would want to sleep with you judging on, just based on how much you look like that girl that won America's Got Talent.
Your hair does look like a bunch
Susan,
of dried.
what was her name?
I mean,
Susan Boyle.
Are you,
Boyle.
Your hair-
are you threatening to pull
You basically
pull
look
my
like
hair?
a bunch of potato sacks glued together with eyes.
Your hair looks like some instant ramen noodles, dry, covered in like powder.
So back to Will's question. When's the last time you got laid out like a starfish and injected with
meat.
Love?
With meat love.
Well, I belong to a club where they throw you in a glass tube, and essentially there are holes in the tube, and gentlemen come up and they can. And we call it the game is called anonymous pincushion. Of course,
wait a minute.
I'm the cushion and you're the
hold
pin.
on.
You're saying that you belong to an exclusive club with some upscale British gentlemen.
Yes.
Was this in London town?
Well, I mean, there's a club in London, of course. It's very difficult to get in.
Is it a club? Is it like a secret club or what? I mean, where is this?
Well, we play a number of games. What they do is they stuff you in a glass tube, and they have these holes, and of course, you're the pincushion with eyes. They call you a pincushion with eyes. There's another very fun game where they stuff you into a glass tube, but actually with a tube. No, but there's no holes, only a tube that goes to your mouth and your nostrils. So you're wearing a mask, and the gentlemen come up and they fart. They fart.
They fart.
Well, you're no better than us.
Fart.
Okay.
They fart.
Wait, did you say fart?
They fart.
Okay. Why are you?
And you're forced to breathe. So I mean, I belong to that club. That's
Okay, so hold on. So wait. So basically, you're being very hypocritical. I mean, you're saying that what we do is equivalent to, hey, Will, stop dying. What we do is equivalent to baboons throwing shit at each other, but you literally stay in a glass tube and have guys shit on you.
You smell British. You smell British
that's
Yorkshire pudding and roast beef farts.
No, that's another game actually, where they stuff you in a glass tube.
Okay, well, they all begin with glass tube.
Yes, and they call it crowning.
I ask? Okay, I understand where that's going.
You're crowning, and you have.
Can I ask you a question?
Your rump is crowning, and
Can
they
I ask
have
you a
a
question?
funnel.
How do you play Monopoly? What happens there?
Well, Monopoly, we have what's called foie gras Monopoly, where I'm a goose.
See?
I'm a goose that you tie to a stump, and I can barely lift my head.
You're just a secret.
And all of you stuff me.
I don't think. Okay.
Like a foie gras.
And how do you play shoots and ladders?
Shoots and ladders is very simple. You shoot into my gun.
Oh God. Okay. What about the ladder part?
Deviant.
Yeah. See, this is the problem with people that have a problem with other things. You hate what you are.
You should take your.
You hate what you are.
You hate yourself, Mary.
You should take your adolescent breaks, and you should punish me and stuff me into a glass tube. Do you have a glass tube here?
No, we don't have a glass tube.
No.
Back off the mic. You're just like Brian. Thanks for listening to the 10-Minute Podcast and for subscribing and downloading on iTunes. We'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already.
Are you playing with yourself?
Are you playing with yourself? Please rate and review. We're on 10-Min Pod on Twitter.
Let go.